Floyd and he was me, he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit, as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get $100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do Boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. We back again on this good Monday to build on this good boxing and give it its just due. Y'all already know. Smash the like button, sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, come build with the family, join the raffle. This is the last week of the raffle. Y'all go ahead and get your tickets. Go ahead and get one of them dope prizes, from the air fryer to the Kenichi Bear headphones or that dope 10th generation Apple iPad, man. You got to be in it to win it, man. And good luck to everybody that joined. And we appreciate y'all as always. But we going to get to this build. We going to get to it. Lonnie Lee, my guy in the building, was good with it, bro. Thrill Hill in the building was good with it. He did easy out. Ace, we going to talk about it. Ace, all family, Jew Division, my guy. Skywalker was good with it, bro. How you feeling? Bar after bar after bar. Joseph, what it do, my guy? How you feeling? Mike Kirkland, my brother in the building. KK was good with it. Yeah, man, that's JUDEVISION, by the way, rapping on the beat. That's my guy. I stay low key. What's good with the family? How y'all feeling on this good Monday, man? Y'all want to talk a little bit of boxing? Y'all want to build on this good boxing with your boy? Aisha, peace and blessings. Queen, how you feeling today? Always good to see you. Lisa, the queen, always good to see you as well. Shout out to the queens of the chat. We gotta talk about this, man. I seen this interview from Paro, and he was doing some talking, and you know, he straight up said it. You know, he confirmed what Eddie Hearn and what a lot of other people has been saying as it pertains to Devin Haney. Now, I always give people the benefit of doubt. You know, I'm not first, quick to jump to conclusions, but a lot of stuff starting to make sense. And I think this situation even gives more validity into why he's suing in the first place. It's all to do with money, because if you just look at it, if you just look at this situation, I mean, the thought was, it was already out. The book was already out that he was somewhat overpaid, right? I think Eddie Hearn used the term grossly overpaid, right? But the thing was, he hadn't ran into a Ryan Garcia. He hadn't got dropped 3 times in a fight, got his jaws swelled up. None of that happened, and he had a belt. Remember, this was the same guy that was the undisputed champion at 135. So I think his earning potential was different up until he ran into Ryan. That's what it's starting to look like right now, anyway. So you got to think, even though people probably felt like he was overpaid, you feel like maybe he got a belt, you willing to do it. You know what I'm saying? You willing to pay this guy, and I think that was his leverage. But I think without it, like we said before, without that belt, it was a reason why he chased the belts for good reason, and because there's nothing wrong with that. If you are being real with yourself, and you in a market, and you in boxing, you know what you do and don't bring to the table. So I always felt like if you aren't the biggest draw, there's nothing you can do about it. Your style is your style. The people who rock with you are the people who rock with you. But what you can do to add to your value is go chase down some belts that would then give you leverage, add more value to your name overall. And I think that's exactly what he did. And it was a smart move. A lot of people, criticize it for different reasons, but I thought it made sense because not everybody could beat Tank Davis. And just simple and plain, call it what it is. Not everybody could draw a crowd like that. You know what I mean? So with that being said, these other fighters gotta, make other moves and position themselves, differently than a guy like a Tank, right? So when you a Devin Haney, what do? You chase down them belts, and you become an undisputed world champion. You jump up to 140. You become a world champion up there. You get what I'm saying? His earning potential is intact because he's undefeated. He kicking ass. He was just undisputed at the weight class previous. He moved up. Now he's a champion here. But just the one fight in to 140, you run into Mr. Ryan Garcia. And we already know about the show that turned out to be, and it's still ongoing to today. So now you get damaged and beat up and took through the ringer by this guy. You got hit with the okie doke. I think you got a U pulled on you. It was like he gave you a dose of your own medicine, whether you want to admit to it or not. That's just how I see it. But with all of that happening, now he done beat you up. You had to get your O back. It still don't hit the same. People can't forget about the fight that took place. You get what I'm saying? And now you find yourself in a situation where you decided to take time off. Not only that, you took the time off, but you let go of your belt. And we all was saying it. I know y'all remember me speaking about it. I think that is his leverage. I think that's something that he should, think about carefully before he do. And lo and behold, he ended up getting, vacating the title, champion in recess type deal. So now you gave up your leverage. So now when you come back to the table, it just seems like your earning potential is not the same because people think about the last fight. They don't know what you are after seeing what took place, right? It's a lot of unknowns. And then You know, it was that thought that you already overpaid. So without the belt, after running to Mr. Ryan Garcia, seeing you get punched all around the ring, people looking at you a little bit different, like 4 or 5 million. What? Like to do what? To fight who? With what? Like, you get what I'm saying? So it looked like that's the point we at. So we're gonna get into this interview. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all gonna watch it with your boy. You know, be patient with me. Paro was speaking on this, and like I said, this is how we got to this point. So I think without them belts, all that, you know, trying to get the, like I said, that $4 or $5 million, whatever it was you getting paid, that's out the window. I think that's out the window until you at least get yourself back. I think so. I mean, or it's going to be very hard. That's what it's looking like right now. But let's keep going. Let me say what's up to the fam. Kenny was good with it. All right, Gary Russ, keep going. I think you got to, man. Shit. Hey, Kenny, if I want to fight Tank, I ain't mad at him. The only thing I wish that he would do is actually get back in the mix, actually move to 135, and then the call out will have more substance to it. You get what I'm saying? Other than that, it just looks like an empty call out, and people gonna say cloud chasing. Alan, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Good to see you. It's always opulent. What's good, family? Cash Sports, the Box Story, Mr. Improv was good with it. Shout out to my guy, All Things, man. Always in the building. Rick Thames was good, family. Peace, Melon and Queen. How you feeling today? Kyle Coolett, my guy, was good with it, bro. Shout out to my guy, man. Big said, Teal Bluff, I want to see Bud knock him out. Yeah, man. We're going to get to it. Fly Frequency was good. Beth, Showtime, the guy was good, family. How y'all feeling? Devin name is big promo they got to pay. Shit, Mr. Improv, Big Dre was good, family. Y'all punched the like button. Now we're gonna get to this, man. And I'm as fair as they come, and I'm vouching for it. I'm saying that. So this is in no way an attempt to go at a fighter, but we just having an honest conversation. And I do think there's a negative impact that occurred since running into Ryan Garcia, and I really feel like that's where they at with it. They look. At first, I didn't see it that way because I'm like, man, you'll be all right. You could bounce back. Hey, it's a fight. You know, you just get back to it. But then you go back to get back to it, and now the same thing that you once could demand, you no longer seem like in position to do it. And I think a big determining factor to that is the fight that you just had. Had you won that fight, now I don't think that's the situation. You still have your title. You don't take that time off. You probably wouldn't have been getting knocked around the ring. It's a lot of shit. Out the ring, all that shit. I get it, but we just talking about the aftermath, right? We're not getting into the drugs and the failed tests. We get all of that stuff. Brian a piece of, for doing that. Simple and plain, or just for the way he dealt with it, I'll say. But I got a clip from Eddie Hearn, man. He seems to think that Ryan wasn't cheating, man. But we got to talk about it. So he ran into Ryan. The fight was what it was, even though you essentially get erased off your record with a no contest. It's not erased from our memory banks. We still understand what 420 was. We seen it. Some people was there. We was here live calling it. Nobody's going to forget it. So I think that just impacted the way people view you now. And that's just being realistic. Boxing is one of them sports is what have you done for me lately? Never mind you becoming undisputed, running up 30, 31 straight wins before taking this defeat, which ended up turning into a no contest. Never mind all that. People strictly looking at it. What did you look like the last time we seen you? Oh, you was fighting that guy that you said was C-level, get knocked around the ring. Okay. So now everybody just basically, and it's unfortunate, this is how boxing be looking at it. They reduce your career into that one moment in which you just look bad, right? Which you just had a bad night. It wasn't your night. And that's how they view you. They don't look at you as the former undisputed champion at 135. You was the last undisputed champion. None of that stuff, right? And I think in his mind, he like, hold on, look at the work I put in. So this one night with this dude cheating shouldn't impact my earning value. I should be able to come back to the table and get exactly what I've been getting. You get what I'm saying? This dude cheated, but the reality of it is I don't think the powers that be, or at least the people that he was looking to do business with this go around, is looking at it that way. And I think a lot of that is to do with Ryan. I do. I think that fight is a lot to do with it. I think that, and along with not having the belt as leverage, I do. I mean, I could be wrong, but it's what it seemed like right now. Marquis, much love in the super chat. He says salute much.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Lewis 4500 in the building. B-Dog was good with it, man. How y'all feeling, man? Shout out to my guys, man. Gotta give everybody they love. B-Dog was good, family. A phenomenal show in the building. Was good, fam. BJ in the building was good, Brody. LaMarcus was good. He said, you ain't heard Paro Duck Big Hanos. He's still the boogeyman. Ambrose West was good, fam. How you feeling? That's how they feel. Some people do. Shout out to my guy, All Things. He said, smash that like.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my guys. Appreciate y'all support as well. Don't mess with Texas. What's good, family? He said casuals can't wait to hate. Yeah, over here, this is a hate-free zone. This is a hate-free channel. We just build on boxing, talk about what's out there. You know what I mean? We support all fighters that's putting on in the sport, doing it the right way, the clean way. You know what I mean? So Devin Haney going to always have my support. But this situation that he found himself in is unfortunate. I know a lot of people don't feel and sympathy ain't the word, but I level with them is the word that I use. I level with them in some cases, right? Like, it's one thing to just get beat up, but it's another thing to have to keep, reliving the moment and feeling like you had to get cheated to look that way. So that's something that I think gonna always somewhat not sit right, with him, with Ryan Garcia. But this is where we at. It's unfortunately, like I said, now you got into a point where, life got to go on. He's suspended. You was talking about taking all this time off. You decided to take a few months off and try to get back to it, which I thought was smart. But now it's like you go to make a good fight, which would have been a real fight, a respectable fight. I mean, you going out there, bro, and fighting a guy like Liam Paro after fighting Ryan Garcia, bro. That's a double salute to you, bro. I salute you 2 times for that. You get me? Like, that's real. That's dope. But now we come to find out, like I said, based on this interview, shout out to Fight Hype. They always got the latest and the greatest from the fighters. And I like to hear from him. But like I said, he said, pretty much straight up and down that he priced himself out. Said he don't bring nothing to the table. So I think that whole, the fight and not having a belt is really a real issue for him in terms of what he's able to demand, if I could say that, right? Don't mean he ain't worth no money. And some people like he blackballed and all this. I won't go that far because it's early, but we got to see. I know a lot of people saying he burnt all these bridges, but I'm not going to go that far just yet. I just want to see, because there's always going to be an avenue, I think, for a guy like that that's been at a world-class level with a ton of skills, right? You know what I mean? They figured it out once before. The Haneys, they can figure it out again. I mean, I know a lot of people not going to give them this breathing room that I'm going to do. They're going to go the other way, but I think they figured it out before they could figure it out again. They just gotta be smart and be real. That's the thing. Being real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't be unrealistic. Be real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Rob was good with it, fam. I have Unseen 420 as an anomaly, and because of Osterine, we could successfully delete the day and soon for the mental anguish is caused. All praise to Devin who Allah has blessed. Shout out to my guy Rob. Hey man, I feel you. Fresh Baker in the building. Was good, fam. Crush the legend, my guy Crush here in the building. Was good, fam. Lisa said Devin has to have a spectacular comeback fight in order to get back into the race again. In my opinion, I think so. It's a tough road back, but it's boxing, so it's always like that. You get me? And I agree. You just got to get back in the fold, right? Or at least answer some of those questions where people can doubt you. Hopefully, it's not Jake Paul. Shoosh. Yeah, he had became the champion of recess. Phenomenal. So now, essentially coming back, he don't have no belt. But the thing is with Paro, see how Paro had a belt? He had first dibs at being able to fight for a title. But I don't think he obviously was going to get the money that he was going to get. So now that's the problem. He's beltless. And you just, you got this big tab, and people like, the book out on you is you lose money. So you lose money, no leverage, no obligation for somebody to want to take the risk, to gamble on you. It's a tough situation. That's what it seemed like is happening. It really is. And I'm hearing some stuff about Jake Paul. I heard his pop say Jake Paul the face of boxing, some wild stuff like that. Anything blackballing his damn self. I mean, bad moves could put you in a bad situation, Crush, no doubt. No doubt. Haney has no belt, no promotional contract. And the horrible ass performance makes for a hard sell for a bag. Big Dre. I think so, bro. Samuel, what it do, family? How you feeling? Big Dog Willie, man. Good to see my guy in the building. He said the Haney Co lost their mind with this lawsuit.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's ruffled some feathers for sure. You know what I'm saying? Who was on Davis versus UNDERCARD? Do you know? Yeah, we're gonna get to that show, and I'm gonna talk about that too. Yeah, I know who's on there. I got a text message. I'm gonna pull up, or a message in my notes that I'm gonna pull up with the undercard. Just know the Charlos are back in in the mix. Both Charlos. I mean, boxing with 2-4 was good with, man. Shout out to my brother Big Dog. Really appreciate that support. Sad to say him, his money he want, he gonna have to come back to get to a Shakur Tank or Ryan rematch and move to 147 and challenge Boots. Try to get it Don King against Blair Cobb. Damn. Damn, boxing with 2-4. Sheesh. Yo, sheet, man. Damn. Man, whoa. That was a lot. Man, look. I just want to make this very clear. I'm genuinely rooting for him, straight up. Like, but this is the reality. This is where he at, and I think it was very telling. You try to come back to get a fight. Eddie Hearn says what he says, but then you see as the lawsuit is happening, so you start to do some math and you start to make sense out of what's going on, and I think that's the big problem. He feels like earning potential has been ruined, and he feels, I think, that certain monies are owed to him as well. You know what I'm saying? Now, how that'll work out, I ain't no lawyer. I don't know. But I think that's where he at with it. And it's tough because it's like Ryan got you chasing waterfalls, man. Like somebody get TLC on the phone, man. They got him chasing waterfalls, man. Just it makes sense. Being at the fighters in Houston. Hey, man. Hey, you get me? Somebody was saying why Houston, but when you see that, you get me, Sheldon? I mean, they've been out the mix. People might want to see him along with Tank. It could be a good thing. Could be good. Put it in with Blair 147. We spoke on that the other day. Hey, man, don't mess with Texas. Shout out to my guy, man. Shout out to my boxing mind, Barbara D in the building. How you feeling? Always good to see you. R. Smith was good with all cheaters should get sued immediately. Salute to Haney's. Look, I ain't mad at it. I'm past that. I'm over the lawsuit thing. You know, he got to do what he got to do for him. You know, everybody's entitled to have an opinion or a reaction to it. It's boxing. That's just what it is, right? But I ain't stressing him. I ain't tripping on him over that. Do what he do. I hope it works in his favor. That's all I can say, because at the end of the day, you might not like what he doing, but he ain't doing nothing wrong. So I'm going to always be able to level with him there. He's doing what he sees fit. What we feel like we'll do in this situation, if it was us, is something different. How it made us look at him might be a different conversation as well. But overall, him not doing anything wrong is the reason why I ain't tripping on him. Like I'm gonna always be able to put that in perspective. At the bare minimum, we could say one guy is wrong versus the other guy. He just did. Now the move could be a wrong move for career-wise, right? It could turn out like this could just be a big waste of time and, a bunch of, negativity that comes from it, right? So from a career standpoint, it could be a wrong move, but just, all principle, like, is he doing anything wrong? Nah, but it's just something that people don't prefer. And like I said, everybody feels it makes him look a certain way. I'm not even getting into it. He do what you gotta do, but now we hear where you got Eddie Hearns putting out money, just painting a picture. You asking for a certain amount of money, you basically ain't getting that. He's suggesting take $1 million in a get back fight. Seem like you ain't with that. Now you sitting on the sideline. You got Paro doing the interview. I'm about to pull this up. And he talking about, hey man, this dude pricing himself out. And he don't bring nothing to the table. So all of this would have never been said had you not ran into Mr. Ryan Garcia. So that's been your unfortunate situation in all this. It's been Ryan. You ran into him, and your life it's just been spiraling, or your career, so to speak, right? Just these moments for you have been some trying moments, right? So, it seemed like a lot of people against him when I don't think they are. They just don't like the move he made, but I don't think people hate him as much as some make it out to be. But he got to recover from this. And I never anticipated this being a result of him running into Ryan Garcia in the pros. Never. It's the issue of justice. He said, think back to before the Ryan fight where Eddie said that it wasn't going to bid on the Sandor fight because it wasn't going to make money. His market value was already low. Facts. And that's true, because he did say that ahead of time. He just always said it wasn't a good fight at all. And I think everybody kind of knew that, which is why I think Haney elected to try to not fight him initially anyway, because he like, man, you know, trying to make a better fight, and I respect him for that. But yeah, it was. But I think now, phenomenal. Now that they seen you get, you know, took through the ringer by a guy that was painted to not be better than you, and you don't got no belt either. They like 4 million what? 5 million what? To who? To fight what? Like, you get me? They like, nah, bro. You better get back of the line. And I think in his mind, his team, they like, hold on, man. We was former undisputed. We was just champion. We just let a belt go. This dude cheated. We got our O. Like, our value should be the same. But I don't think that's the reality. That's where it hurt him. Dean, by any means, what's good, bro? Let's build, Brody. You already know. Devin showing his true character. Matter of fact, if anybody do want to come up, y'all want to chop it up on this topic, because we gonna build. We got a few things to talk about. Showing his true character, type to be like, let's fight at the school. It is asked me to go tell the principal. Teacher was good with it. I know it looks that way, but I'll say, man, maybe he tell the principal if the dude picked up a rock or something and hit him, or so, you know, a weapon. You know what I mean, but I think that's what it's like. He feels like Ryan had a weapon with him, like he was extra armed in this situation. I think he going the way he going. You know what I'm saying? Assault and battery. Oh yeah, that's gonna be tough. That looks, you know, that makes everybody question it. You know what I'm saying? He said Haney's still young. He has time to recover his previous status. Yeah, he can. Yes, he's very young. He can recover. It's the moves that you make, I think, to get back, Mr. Empire. And what is that going to entail now that, you know, Liam Paro is off the table? Like, do you revisit? And Sandor Martin is fighting somebody, so that's not even an option no more. So that's another thing. So this could turn out to be a wrong decision because of how things play out for him. If it ends up making like situations just harder for him to make fights, and right now it's early, but that's the direction right now. Big Supreme said just pull up Gaiasov versus Kano. He's perfect for Haney. Somebody else said that. I've been hearing people throw Gaiasov out there saying, no, they think that's the only guy Haney.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to Big Supreme. Big Dog Willie, what's good, bro?
No, man, I ain't gonna make this real quick. I blame Bill for everything, man. No, I'm dead serious. I blame Bill for his son taking that L. I'm really blaming Bill for this fucking lawsuit he's doing. I don't mind the money aspect of it, like I said in the chat, but the adding the salt and battery and all that shit, that just make him look real soft, man. It just make him look like a bitch, and that's Bill. Mm-hmm. And that's just how I feel about it. But you know, I don't let you cook. But I'm about to get out of here.
Listen, I understand. That's why we here for it. Like we're not dissing him. We ain't trashing him. If we could, you know, he did something. We reacting to what we see happening, and that's boxing for you. And we ain't trashing him. So I understand exactly what you're saying. A lot of people felt like that, and look, other boxers echo the same sentiments you echoing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just us coming down. It's just everybody has an opinion. You got to be able to accept it when it comes. Everybody don't deem everybody a hater. That's how you turn everybody off. The first time something go wrong, or you never see somebody have a difference of opinion as opposed to the diehard fan base, you're going to deem everybody as a hater. That's when you're going to lose people. Don't do that. Now we're talking about one situation where we're like, man, this just looks a certain way, right? It can turn out good for him, but right now,
it's not going to turn out good for him. He's already getting too much. It's a hurt game, man.
It's looking tough.
It's a hurt game. I mean, you can't. I think it's just the assault battery for me, man. That turn. I understand the money aspect. If he's not getting all this money, yeah, I'll sue, because he ain't the first boxer to sue. You know, people suing, right? You know, right. Don King and all the other cat Bobby. But when he tried to, particularly a certain fighter, and then use steroids, and then use the assault battery, nah. Right. And his dad doesn't help the situation at all.
Right. Nah, I get it. I understand it. Man, it's a tough look. Kirk Douglas was good, bro. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all smash the like button for me if y'all haven't. And shout out to Ashley's Corner. What's good, cuzzo? How you feeling? Boxing is assault and battery. It is really, though, right?
Yeah.
I hear assault is like if somebody walks up to you if I'm not, or is it the battery? I forget which one. It might be one of them. Just like walking up to somebody in an aggressive tone is considered. I think. Is it the battery part? Somebody was just
The
giving me a
battery part's the
breakdown on
physical
it.
part.
God.
Assault is the intent.
The intent, right? All right. So
Yeah.
the gesture, just walking up, being
Yeah, the assault
physically
is the
aggressive.
intent, but the
That's
battery is
crazy.
the physical.
I didn't know that. You know how many
So
people do that? Like that. Damn, that's a chart. That's like a situation just waiting to happen. You dealing with the wrong person. So I think the look of it, right? It sounds crazy when you think about boxing because you're supposed to get hurt and beat up, right? So look, I ain't
that's what
on
I'm
it.
saying, man.
Do
And you
it, do
get
what
paid
you
to
need to
do it.
do. But I think it puts you in a tough spot, and now you got to shake back. Now it's another battle. Now you dealing with losing people. It's looking crazy. It's looking crazy. I ain't never seen
It
nothing
don't
like this.
sound right, man.
Because
It
think
don't
about
sound.
it. Somebody
Yeah.
made a great point. Who said it? Was it Paulie? But when you got people willing to damn near go to bat for the guy that's wrong in this situation, that's how far this situation has impacted, I think, in a negative. It's almost made people ignore that it's somebody that, it was some type of something foul going on in this, and it wasn't on his part, but it get lost in the conversation because it's like people so heavily focused on what he looked like right now.
It's just a bad look, man. It's just a bad look.
Right. And Mr. In Pride, right. Yeah. So I wasn't tripping. It's just being fit, like aggressive, like in an aggressive manner without touching somebody. That's crazy. What? People do that in everyday life. Man, that's
I might get out of here, but I just had to bring that up because that shit irritates me, man.
Yeah.
I like Haney. I like Haney as a kid. I don't like his dad, but I like Haney.
Yeah, I definitely rock with him. I rock with him 100%. I mean, I ain't even knocking him for this. It's just I just want to see. I'm interested in the response. I want to see how he bounced back from it. I don't really care that you know what I'm saying, that he did what he did. I'm over that. I want to see how you respond from all this because it's a lot of negativity. Just this another obstacle to climb. Like, and I said this before, y'all figured it out once before. The way y'all got into boxing wasn't your typical way. Y'all didn't have a typical road, so you figured it out before. Knock some doors down. I mean, it's tough right now. You could figure it out again. You got to.
Yeah, just do. I think because he always got that moniker that he's spoiled, and I think this just kind of pushed the narrative even more.
Right.
I'm gonna get out of here, but that's all I had to say, Pippin.
Right. Shout out to you. Appreciate you, big dog.
No problem.
I think it was the Morning Comment Crew said that. Yeah. Shout out to you, LaMarcus. It was because I did play that. It was. You're right, because I played it on here. It was them. But I mean, look, I'm over that. I just want to see him bounce back at this point. But like I said, we're gonna play this interview from Paro. He was talking on Fight Hype. I was gonna pull it up. Should I pull it up? You know what? I'll do it like this. Yeah, give me 2 seconds, y'all. But like I said, man, I'm really interested in the story. I want to see how he recovered from it, how he flipped this into his favor. Big Supreme, shout out to you, bro.
With the IBF Super Lightweight World Champion.
Cornelius was good, bro. How you feeling?
He hasn't gone anywhere, mate.
For the grind. Shout out to my boxing mom in the building, in the cash app. Much love, much appreciation, and barbecue.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Yeah, let's play this, man. Let's see what Paro had to say, man.
First off, how you been? And we've got some big news to announce.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me back on the channel, Noonan. I've been good, been great, been ticking over, and there's been a lot of work behind the scenes, and we've finally got an opponent, and day to make it all happen.
Mate, talk a little bit about since the last fight. Obviously, you won the world title. There was a lot of hoopla of certain individuals that you were going to fight next. But how did you first off sort of take this news with fighting your mandatory and what could have been and what the moving parts on how it all happened?
Well, first and foremost, I want to make it clear we called upon our mandatory, as there's been a lot of back and forth nonsense over the socials with other fighters, and no one really wanted it when push come to shove. You know, a lot of people got offered, and pretty much nothing eventuated from that. It's just a bit of bridge up on social media. You know, they had a bit of a backbone on socials, which anyone can have, but it's another story. But yeah, we called upon our mandatory. You know, I wanted to fight. Like I said, fighters fight. I want to keep busy. I'm in my prime. I just took out the best guy at 140, put me in the hot seat, and yeah, I just want to keep fighting. So we called upon Hitchens to fight, and it happened to be December 7th in Puerto Rico. There was already a card there, and yeah, we're going back to Puerto Rico, the beautiful country of Puerto Rico.
Talk about you going back there, because you went over there, you beat the boogeyman over there. You won so much respect from the fans, not only worldwide, but in Puerto Rico. Do you feel that this fight will sort of be like you? I know it's not Australia and a homecoming, but you've sort of been there before.
Don't he sound like
Puerto Rican fans know how you are. You came with so much respect, you and your team, that you'll sort of have the advantage. And Hitchens sort of, you know, I mean, he's not from there.
Look, I really hope we won a lot of fans over in Puerto Rico. You know, I love the country. I love the people. It's a beautiful place. It's one of the best boxing countries in the world. So to go back and defend my title at the place that gave me the opportunity to become world champion means a lot to me. And man, I'm just excited to get back there. And you know, there's been a bit of talks on socials. You know, people, the Puerto Rican people are very welcoming in having us back there. So I don't want to let them down, and I want to keep building my profile there. And yeah, let's put on a show and defend my belt.
I mean, look, I like this dude. I like him a lot. He came out of nowhere. I wasn't watching him early. Liam Paro, somebody that like he forced his way on the scene. I seen the way he dismantled Montana Love, beat him up. You get what I'm saying? The way he just comfortably beat up Matias, a guy that people just wasn't chomping at the bit to get in the ring with. I liked it, man. I liked the performance, man. This dude has just grown into be a real champion, a real threat. And him and Devin Haney would have made a good fight. But, you know, for obviously, I think money reasons, you know, that fight didn't come to fruition. But him and Hitchens is not too far off. I mean, respectfully, I'm not saying Haney and Hitchens is the same as that guy. They have, you know, very similar styles, still different in their own right, you know what I mean? But very similar styles. This fight going to be, you know, every bit is good. It's going to be a good one. It's a real good test for Hitchens coming off the toughest fight of his career, I think, with Gustavo Lemos. I can't wait to see it. Puerto Rico, I don't care where it's at. I just want to see the fight. I think this Africa time to really show people that he really is. So I hope he prepared. I hope he done everything right. I know he had made mention of not liking the rehydration, you know, situation too much with the IBF, but that's what he'll be doing. So I just hope he put that to the side, make the right sacrifices and beat this dude, man. I want to really see him step out. This should be his coming out party, so to speak. This could be his opportunity to show some separation from the rest of 140, especially if he's able to go in there, not only beat a guy that's undefeated, a legit champion that beat and dethrone one of the most dangerous guys, and is coming off one of the best win streaks at 140 and looking very dangerous doing it. And look at him. He was ready to fight Devin Haney. He would have took that fight. Oh, no. Devin Haney, we can't make that fight. Oh, Richardson Hitchens, and he was calling for that anyway. No problem. So he just stepped up into the next fight. You got to like champions like that. Win, lose, or draw, this dude came out of nowhere. I'm interested to see what kind of fight he could give Hitchens, because I think this is a 50-50 fight. Hitchens ain't prepared. He could lose this one. This dude could punch a bit. He could box. He showed toughness, grit, some versatility, man. He's smart. He got IQ. He's a good fighter. This ain't just your typical, UK or Australian guy. This ain't no Cambosis. I think he a legit champion. I think he on another level than Cambosis ever could be on. I think he got an opportunity to show when you get in there with Hitchens. Let's talk fashion. What's good with it? Remo. Don't mess with Texas. What's good, bro? Liam claims all Devin going to do is call the man nothing but names. Yeah, man. At a certain point, Emmanuel, what's good with it? He said, you think Africa might get stopped? I mean, look, that's just good because that just means it's a good fight, right? You know, obviously Africa got skills. It ain't gonna be no fight at 140 that he ain't gonna be able to compete in. Just a matter of how he gonna look. Can he create separation? Can he show another level, right? Can he prove and kind of step out and separate from everybody that's at 140? this is the kind of opponent to do it with. You just need the performance to follow it. You got one of the boxes, check with getting a step-up fight. Boom, check. Getting a title fight, check. A legit champion. You get what I'm saying? You will be taking the title off somebody, check. So it's a lot that you're doing right here. And I don't know about y'all. Nothing against Paro. I like him as a fighter. Not rooting against him, but I'm genuinely rooting for Richardson Hitchens. Been watching that dude since he was like 8-0. I want to say maybe 6-0. You know what I'm saying? And I seen his story. I seen the way it worked out for him. He bounced back. He found it to work out for him. And look, also, y'all, this is Eddie Hearn's opportunity to show you that he can get guys in the ring with the right fighters, right? He can get Richardson Hitchens in there and get him a title shot, grow his name, grow his profile, help elevate him from the spot that he got where he got Hitchens. This will be another level. This will be that extra notch that he need to, to get on everybody's radar. You can't ignore Hitchens. If he beat Liam Paro, especially if he do it impressively, you can no longer ignore Richardson Hitchens. You can have your questions about him all you want, but you got to respect him as a legit champion. So that's what he got an opportunity to do. Let's see if he can do it. Tate was good with it, bro. African Fall Lemos, his corner was telling him let his hands go. He told his corner that he was trying to fight a safe fight. Yeah, he gonna need to be locked in for this one for sure. Know what I mean? He gonna need this. He gonna need to be locked in for sure with this one. Shout out to my brother Mike Kirkland, man. He said support for the real. Much love, bro. Always support.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my brother Mike Kirkland, man. Y'all punched the like button out for me, man. J.A. Dixon, what's good, Jay? How you feeling? Hitchens can beat Devin 2.0 with the proper matchmaking. And look, just stylistically, they have a lot of similarities. They not 100% identical, of course, right? Do things differently, right? I think Hitchens is every bit as dangerous as what a Devin Haney could be at the absolute top of his game. And he got an opportunity to prove it. Let's see if he make me right. I believe in Hitchens. I think he could beat this dude. I don't think it'll be easy. I think this fight goes the distance. And, I think Africa could win this fight on points. Could he do it convincingly is my only question. How convincing could he make this win? You get what I'm saying? Can he, secure it? You know what I mean? Because this would be the best guy he fought on paper to date. You know what I'm saying? And on paper and in the ring, I believe. So let's see what he got. But let's keep playing this, man.
I mean, after through July, August, there was a lot of talk around this Devin Haney sort of thing. I just sort of wanted to get that out of the way because obviously Devin Haney's a big name. I know he's someone that you respect. You've sparred before, but tell the fans on where that sort of went down. You know what I mean? There was a little bit of Twitter back and forth. You sort of spoke about him. He actually spoke about you. I feel it's still a fight that could happen, but what sort of happened there? Because he's a free agent with Devin Haney Promotions. I know he's done a bit of work with Eddie. You're with Matchroom and Under the Zone. How close did that fight get to being made?
Look, I believe a lot of it's talking to you just get a contract signed. You know how it is in boxing. Try to sell fights. There's a lot of back and forth banner. But look, he called me out. I responded straight away. Like I said, I'll fight anyone. I've wanted that fight for a long time. And we heard it. You've seen it. You've seen that I outpriced himself for that fight. I asked him for silly money. He doesn't bring a belt to the table. So look, we just moved on. We could tell he wasn't serious about it. So we just moved on to our mandatory. Called that and so that fight is in the future. But like I am with every other fight, 25 other times, I'm tunnel vision on my next opponent. I don't get this guy out of the way. There's none of those bigger fights. So. Yeah, I'm just locked in on Richardson Hitchens, putting on a dominating performance and showing why I'm going to be running this division for a long time.
Man, so there you go right there. Real brief, real straight to the point. He said, hey, look, y'all seen it. You heard it. Say, price himself out, asking for silly money that he don't deserve. You don't bring nothing to the table. You don't got a belt. And and I think that's the whole problem because you see that's exactly what he focused on. Like now I think if having a belt changes everything. Why? Simple, because Liam Paro has a belt. So let's do math. 1 + 1. If Liam Paro has a belt, Devin Haney would have came into this situation with a belt. Well, we got us a unification. So now you probably asking for the money that you asking for. It might not sound that crazy to him. It might be worth thinking about seeing if they can actually pay you this kind of money. But without it, bro, I think it's it's just wishful thinking. Maybe it's wishful thinking. Maybe you hope you can get the money because without it, shout out to my brother Mike Kirk and Killer B. What's good with it, fam? Crucial content was good. Boy says silly money. Yeah, he said he asking for silly money, man, that you basically don't deserve. And I think that belt thing was real. I think in this situation, you going to the table, I think it was your leverage. It's one thing that you already people had to see you go through that with Ryan Garcia and see how you looked, right? That's cool. That's that. But it's another thing when you also come to that table fresh off of that situation with nobody knowing what you're going to look like. We don't really know what to expect. Then on top of that, you don't have a belt. And they like, again, oh, so furthermore, let me remember, I was telling y'all, he said he asked for this silly money. Now, in Haney's favor, I don't know. It's not that cut and dry, right? What I understand is the Australian government wasn't able to come up with the money that Haney was asking for either. So if you want to look at that as a price out, do what you will with that information. But that's very consistent with what's being said, right? They couldn't come up with that money. He's asking for money that they obviously feel like is silly, because if you're not able to come up with a set amount of money, then obviously they would feel like one guy is asking for way more than he's worth. So, I mean, I think you probably could argue that Paro is not even making that much money in this fight. You could argue that. So, I mean, it's going to be very tough for him to get that kind of money coming off this situation, being unproven, with nobody knowing what they expect from you. You get what I'm saying? With no belt, it's tough. It's a tough sell. Let's keep going, man.
Some of those names in the 140 division, but we'll get to Hitchens right now. You and him have sort of got a little bit of a different sort of a path. You have fought some of the same opponents in Yoma Alamo. I want to talk about what you really know about Richardson Hitchinson and Hitchens, and obviously his last fight against Gustavo Lemnos. Did you get to see it, and what were your thoughts of that? Excuse me, because that was a little bit controversial. Some people saying that Lemnos could have won that in Las Vegas Cosmopolitan. Have you actually seen much of him?
Look, I watched a little bit of Hitchens. Of course, I always scout the division with people that could be potential opponents. And yeah, he was hot on the radar for a while now, coming up through the rankings. And look, man.
Oh yeah, my bad. Let me pause it real quick. Yeah, because Devin, he talking about Devin priced himself out. That's what the interviewer was asking him about, the Devin Haney situation. Said it been a lot of talk. He said he asking for silly money that he don't deserve. He said he don't bring nothing to the table. He don't have a belt, nothing. And he's, silly money. So saying you can tell by the money he was asking for in his mind that he didn't want to. That's why he asked for that money, because he didn't want to fight. He didn't really want to fight, which is why he felt like he was asking for money that he didn't deserve. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, just another piece of information to add to the chats, just in case y'all didn't know. I was also told that the Australian government was not able to get the money for them to fight. And the same thing for Kambosos. So that there you go. Think about it. Kambosos, whether you like him or not, has been in some fights, some big fights, had some opportunities, held titles before. He got a good team. That dude, they find ways to get that dude opportunities and get him paid. But they just wasn't able to find the money for those two particular guys as opponents. Because remember, not only did you hear Haney as a potential opponent for Paro, you heard Kambosos as well. And in neither situation was they able to secure the money for it. So there you go. You move on. He moved on. He was calling for his mandatory and Richardson Hitchens. So fast forward now, this is where we at. So bring everybody up to speed. Out of his own mouth, he's saying Haney is asking for money he didn't deserve. He priced himself out. He felt like he didn't really want to fight. Eddie Hearn is speaking about the amount of money he asking for in so many ways. He essentially telling you you're not going to get that. You're going to have to settle for something less. You're going to have to get a get-back fight. Nobody's going to pay you that kind of money. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of that is based off the situation that happened with Ryan Garcia. And again, giving up your belt. I just was confused by that move. I thought he was going to do something different. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he dropped the belt. I mean, it wasn't smart, Big Supreme. And that might be the situation on top of, you get what I'm saying? You got the Ryan situation that didn't turn out the right way. Then you got the relinquishing of your own belt, sitting on the sideline, bouncing back. Now you got this rematch talk that sound crazy. Like, I don't know. All I know is I'm just putting out what's out there. I rock with him. I'm giving my opinion on it. the decision to even run the decision to even do business with Ryan might have been one of the worst decisions in his career when it's all said and done. And that's no fault to his. Like you rolled the dice, as AJ said, just to steal AJ term. You rolled the dice. You try to go in there and fight a guy like Devin, Ryan Garcia. It didn't work out. Now you got to rebound from this situation, but you got an opportunity. You just got to be smart, as y'all usually are. So just get back on the horse, man, as they say. That rematch between Paro and Matias. Paro gonna fight. Paro Matias, no. Matias got his butt kicked, and now Paro is fighting Richardson Hitchens. So they fighting December 7th in Puerto Rico. So Hitchens get his big opportunity to step up and beat a guy like Liam Paro that's rolling, with some big impressive wins back to back with some momentum. He confident as hell. He can fight, punch, box. I like Liam Paro, man. Let's see what Hitchens got. Let's play the rest of this.
Everyone always says this in boxing, you're only as good as your last fight, and not only me, but the whole world knows that he got his ass handed to him by a 5'5" lightweight Argentinian. So hey, it is what it is. I know he's going to be better. He's going to be training, but yeah, man, that's I'm levels above. No disrespect, I'm levels above Lemos. I've showed that constantly. My last couple of fights have been unbelievable. So yeah, we've seen him enough. We've got all bases covered, I believe, and yeah, ready to defend my belt and still be champion of the world come December 7th.
Do you feel, Liam, with this fight, this will be
And real quick, I know a lot of people keep making, a lot of you stupid, phenomenal. You a fool. I know a lot of people make a big deal about the fight Hitchens had, and I get it. It was his last fight, his most recent fight, the last time we seen him. But I think that wasn't a skill situation. Like, y'all get me? Y'all follow me? Y'all watch Hitchens and Lemos. That fight didn't play out that way, in my opinion, because of like a skill issue or separation issue. I just think it was styles. I think stylistically of being a 5'5" or whatever he is, Lemos being a smaller guy, Hitchens taller, rangier, used to fighting them longer guys. It was an adjustment period for him, and you've seen it. So not only was he adjusting to fighting somebody that's considerably smaller than him, but also strong, aggressive, bringing a lot of pressure. So it was a couple different nuances that, I believe Gustavo Lemos brought to the fight that, Hitchens don't typically have to deal with some of these guys that he fight. He typically goes in here, he fights the boxers, these guys that box, you know what I mean? And he's able to do his thing. With Lemos, like I say, he was breaking the distance, closing the gap, and making it tough for Hitchens in spots, making him fight. He had to really dig deep to get this win, and even digging deep, some people still feel like he lost, but I think he showed more versatility than Gustavo Lemos, although Lemos had some very good moments and some, in them rounds. I still think it was mostly one-dimensional. It was like pressure and, he was getting rough and landing shots. He wasn't really setting things up. He was really just making it rough with him with pressure, and for good reason. And I appreciated it, but I think he allowed Hitchens to show more versatility because even though he pushed the pace, Hitchens did fight back. He did dig deep. He also boxed. You get what I'm saying? You just seen a number of different things he did well, going to the body at times where Lemos, for the most part, was kind of head hunting. He wasn't really sapping his body like that. He was, and he was being successful going to the head, but I just seen slightly more versatility from not even slightly. I just seen flat out more versatility from Richardson Hitchens. That's why I believe he pulled it off. Price Boy was good with it. Africa Sparks Tank all the time. Oh, Spars Tank all the time. Yeah, he do. The Rise Podcast, my guy, saying it was good, bro. How you feeling? Beamer's also been right out for almost 2 years as well. It made him look at Africa a little different. Plus, he couldn't really adjust. It just took him a while, It just took him a while. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying, Jay? When you used to fight in a certain style of guy that bring this similar pressure, or they try to box with you and they're not really looking to close the gap, be in your chest, be physical, be aggressive, right? He just had to adjust to that on the fly. And I'm not giving him no out. You've seen him have to figure it out. That's why I give him a lot of credit. It didn't. It's like, I understand every fight is not going to be your cleanest, but you show me what you're worth in that moment. When he pushed back, you had to push. You had to really bite down. You was getting hit. You get what I'm saying? He was clipping you. He was closing the gap. He was being physical. you really had to fight this dude, and he showed me that he could bite down some. He could bite down. It just took him a while to adjust to, I think, what was in front of him, a smaller guy, you know what I mean, that wasn't trying to box with him, that wasn't trying to play chess. He was trying to make it a fight. You know what I mean? Hitchens usually is a great chess player, and that's why I say don't be surprised if the fight with him and Paro looks different. I don't see a great separation between Paro. I don't see Paro here and Hitchens here. I don't see that. I think this fight will be different because of styles. Lemos brought a style, in my opinion. You name me another Gustavo Lemos on Richardson Hitchens' resume. Hitchens got less than 20 fights, y'all. I seen damn near all of them. You get what I'm saying? The dude he hasn't fought anybody that bring that kind of relentless pressure, that's small. Get what I'm saying? And he was strong, pretty physical when he wanted to be. So it was just different. D for the win. My guy was good with it, bro. He just had to adjust. That's all it was. And again, in adjusting, it's not always going to be easy. You get what I'm saying? He forced Hitchens to fight his fight. In spots, he did it well. And then in some spots, you know, Lemos did what he did. He made this shit close as hell. He made it rough. He made some of the rounds close as hell, some swing rounds. It just wasn't an easy fight for Richardson Hitchens. But, I mean, good. I think it's a good test for him going into this fight. You get what I'm saying? You could learn a lot. And again, I think stylistically, Paro, this will play out to more of a chess match. I don't think Paro is super physical, overly aggressive, right? He can bring pressure, but I think it's smart, educated pressure. And at that same token, he doesn't fight at a pace that Richardson Hitchens won't be able to handle, right? That's key. Lemos' pressure style didn't allow, you know, Hitchens to control the pace as much as he do in his fights. Whereas I think Lynn Paro, being more of a boxer type of guy, you'll see more of a chess match between dudes. It'll be more of a thinking man's game. But like I said, Lemos wants to force it to be physical and make it a fight. And that's where he created his openings. Hitchens and spots was able to nullify that and box from a distance and have success. In this fight, I think against Paro, it'll be different. I think he'll be able to box. I think he'll be able to control pace a little bit better because of it. You know what I'm saying? Because his first fight doing that rehydration limit for the IBF could have had effect. You could have. And now this is the second time he get to adjust. It's a good, even better fighter. So he's going to have to be well prepared, man. It ain't going to be easy for him. In 20 when he beat Valdez and he washed him. For sure he did. For sure. But I think he was a little ways away from, you know, I think he's a level away from Shakur, respectfully. Overall, you know what I mean? It's Matt Edge's last performance, but oh well. Yeah, I get it. I'm not mad because I be looking for certain things, right? And I understand every fight not going to look like what it typically looks like. Every fight not going to be easy for you. But now for me, now say you come out, now in this fight you struggle or maybe you lose. Now I could start looking for patterns and see where you have issues at in the fight. This was the first time for me that I seen him get pushed to this level physically. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, Paro's a different challenge. So we'll see. You know what I mean? I respected that he figured it out. He found a way to figure it out. You get what I'm saying? A lot of guys would have wilted under that pressure and you know, folded. He had to dig deep, get a second win. It was tough for him. It wasn't no easy fight, and it was close as they come. And McQueen, the professor, was good with it, bro. Let's get back to this, man. Y'all smashed the like button for me.
Me knowing you probably better than anyone in Australia from a media point of view, I just want to make the record clear. You're an extremely humble person. You're very humble inside the ring and outside of the ring. You can switch in the ring, obviously, but you don't bring a lot of bad blood. But do you feel with this fight that this fight will probably be a little bit of a different build-up because of him compared to a Matias, a Montana Love, Yoma Alamo, and, you know, some other opponents that you've fought?
Look, I'm always humble. I am 100%. And recently you've seen me being a bit more outspoken as the humble, nice guy, ain't working as much. You know, these guys, I've beaten all these guys, and they're going hard. So I'm going to call everyone out now. I've got the belt there. I've got that pulling power. And like I said, I want to fight everyone, and everyone's going quiet. Not one person's called me out after me beating Matias. So, look, it is what it is. I've got to sell a fight. And, look, I've fought a Yappy Cup before in Montana Love, and we see how that panned out. You know, I don't speak a strong game because I let my actions speak for itself, and you've seen that in the ring. I don't have to try to build up a tough persona about myself. Everyone knows how I am. I'm real about it.
Tommy was good.
You see that in the ring. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how he approaches the
Haney
build-up. At the end of the day, I couldn't give a shit what he says, man. But it's me and him in there at the end of the day. No one in there to help him.
Because I think a lot of the world that sort of know him is like, he's a little bit different to a lot of the other fighters. I think he thinks he's at a certain level that he hasn't yet reached. But when he gets on Twitter, he doesn't mind attacking people, does he?
No, not at all. But if you've seen anyone that follows and keeps up to date with it a little bit, it's all lightweights he's calling out. He's not once said my name, which is a bit weird to me. He's my mandatory challenger. You think he'd be biting at the heels to get in there, but look, that's where I'd be if I was in that position, as I would for years and years at the top of the ratings. I was always calling out the champions. I wanted my shot, where he's calling out these lightweights. So I don't know what his approach is with that. You know, he's a 140 pounder. I don't know why he's trying to call out and make potential fights with 135. As a fellow Australian with Cambosis who's going out. He's a 135er. So I don't know his approach there. Maybe his head's not right after getting his ass handed to him by that lightweight. So who knows? But we know he's in here now with a battle-tested 140 true champion. So we're going to see how it goes. And I'm excited to defend my belt. This is what it's all about. I want to fight, and I just wanted to fight this year. Going back to why we called out our mandatory.
I mean, look, I like it. I love his confidence. I like how he's speaking. I ain't got no reason to not believe that he gonna go out there and do what he try to, do what he say he gonna do, right? I think it's a little confusion on Hitchens, man. I get what he's saying. I think a lot of times you can't take everything to the bank. Like, these dudes going at it on Twitter don't mean he's trying to actively seek out George Kambosos for a fight. Really wouldn't even make sense or really do him any good. Seeing that George Kambosos, respectfully, since being Teofimo, has been nothing short of a damn pinata in the ring. We being all the way 100, the man has been nothing short of a pinata, getting his ass punched from pillar to post, and even knocked out in his last bout. So he had a little bit of everything happen to him. Getting dropped, knocked out, punched on, outboxed. Kambosos done had it all happen to him. So at this point, Richardson Hitchens fighting him would do absolutely nothing for his career. And look, Shakur went back and forth with Kambosos because these fighters are fighters. They talk shit to each other. But I get it. He felt like he should have been chomping at the bit. He should have been calling my name out. Look, he's saying nobody been calling his name. He got this belt. He putting it out there. I love the confidence from Liam Paro. I don't think he being cocky. He's been humble as hell. So he just talking like a champion. Hey, look, man, I'm at 140. I got this belt. Y'all should be dying to take it. So he shouldn't be having to call out mandatories. He felt like the mandatories should have been calling him out. And he got a point because Richardson Hitchens, have been talking about being a champion for quite a while now. So this is his opportunity to do so. I hear the interviewer, he's saying Hitchens speaks like he's on a level that he's not on, that he ain't reached yet. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I think all fighters talk like that. You get what I'm saying? I think all fighters talk with that confidence. Why shouldn't he be confident for this opportunity? I don't see Liam Paro as night and day above and head and shoulders above competition level than him. He just had some different opportunities. He took advantage of them, and he looked damn well. So he is battle tested. Got some, some credible names on his resume. I mean, his win is as big as they come right now at the time that he got it, right? He beat him when he was kind of scorching hot a little bit, right? So, I mean, even with the one loss, his name was as hot as any guy's name could be with one loss, or as dangerous as any one-loss fighter there was, and he dethroned him pretty comfortably. So that's the guy Richardson Hitchens is fighting, and I believe he can beat him. I'm rolling with Hitchens. I'm rolling with Africa on this one, man. I think he can do it. Like, I'm going to keep saying it. None of these fights at this level is supposed to be easy, but these dudes are boxers. Paro's shown the ability to handle pressure. Kudos to him, but I think him and Hitchens would be more of a chess match, more of a thinking man's game, and it's going to allow Hitchens to be able to control pace. That's a huge element to his game. The way he fights, his style, to be successful the way he likes to be, he controls pace. And if you get in there and you try to box with Hitchens, typically he can outthink you. He's shown the ability to do that. Lemos wasn't trying to, so to speak, outthink him, tit for tat. He was trying to force him to fight him. And that accelerates the process, and it forces you to have to react more. So Paro, I think, stylistically affords him opportunities to try to play chess, which I think works better for Hitchens. So look, Paro, I think you got to say more battle tested. He's coming off the more impressive wins, to be fair, but Hitchens got a lot to prove, and I think what we seen in his last fight just wasn't the best of him. I don't believe in you only as good as your last. I believe you're able to look better than you did your last, and I think that's the situation that Hitchens finds himself in. How could he look after coming off, his last performance where people thought he might have lost, right? So, it's a lot of people out there that say he might have lost. Let's see. He got a chance to put all that shit to bed and think about it. He kind of shut up the naysayers and quiet some of that noise, a lot of that noise, if he's able to beat Liam Paro convincingly or, just in good fashion, in a very good fight. It don't matter if it's close. If he's able to win, get his hand raised and get this title, man, a lot of people going to have to respect him. I'm rocking with Hitchens, man. I think he could do it, bro. I don't think he's seen the best of him. I think you've seen some flashes of what he could do, and I think in the moment, we're gonna say what he is either sink or swim. If he falls short, then maybe he's not as good as what I thought he is. But I think he can win. You know what I mean? You got Paro. I ain't mad. I like it. I like that. That's how Paro looking at his performance versus Matias. You get what I'm saying? He like, man, I went out there and beat this dude when nobody wanted to fight him, bro. So look, we cooking with grease. We don't really even need to listen to the whole, and I'm not gonna play the whole interview because I know that accent be probably killing y'all, right? Shout out to them. Shout out to Liam Paro. He did talk about the main points that I wanted to hit on. He didn't drag it. He said what he said about the Devin Haney situation as far as the price out. Like I said, I think a lot of that is connected to the situation with Ryan Garcia in the aftermath. It's not a good look. Not having a belt, getting beat up in your last fight, having to get your O back. It just looked like a pity party almost. And it's like, it's crazy because even though you was able to get that, and it's not a pity party, it's just like they not giving you something you don't deserve, or they something they don't feel you deserve right now. Damon, what's good, family? Y'all make sure y'all punch the like button for your guy, man. Paro seems big-headed and shouldn't be. You think so? He fought well, but in my opinion, Matias lost that fight more than Paro won it. Not real high on him. Hey, man, look. So look, I like that you said that. I like that you said that, TD, because it creates some balance, bro. See what's good, my guy? How you feeling, bro? Good to see you in the building. It creates some balance. Look, Paro is not some, I don't think he's some unbeatable guy, man. I mean, everybody's flawed. Yeah, he beat Matias, but I like what you said there. Matias did lose that fight for himself, and not to take anything from Liam Paro. He won the fight, right? He did his thing. He handled business. He controlled Matias. He picked the better shots. He outworked him in spots. He just looked better all around. But Matias was on record saying he went to the fight with no game plan. That's foolish, bro. You in there? What you just was in there trying to knock him out? Like you was just gonna go in there and try to wing it in a title fight, bro? You deserve to lose. You in there with no game plan. You deserve to lose, and he looked like it. Matias looked very different than what I've seen him in a lot of his fights. Maybe credit to Paro. A lot of that was on him, but then it was a fair amount of that on Subriel Matias and what the hell he wasn't doing in that fight. So like he didn't give himself the best chance to win. He looked like he didn't know what was going on at times, and that's just not good because he was the champion. So I think that was a matter of preparation. And I think Liam Paro was more prepared than Matias, and that's why he beat him as well. Just performed better prepared on the night. Paro was hugging Matias. He was. Africa was hugging Lemos. They was. That's Matias' fault. For sure. 100%, Thrill. 100% is his fault. 100% is his fault. 100%. That's why I say he deserved to lose. You don't go into no fight of that magnitude. No fight with no game plan. Especially not no damn title fight and a title defense. A big one. You know what I mean? So, credit to Paro, but I see Hitchens being able to beat him. I do. I really do see Hitchens being able to pull this off. Like I said, none of these fights at this level are going to be easy, but it ain't about being easy. It's about getting it done. And like I said, I'm rocking with him, man. He could pull this off. He could pull this off. But let's keep rolling, y'all. Let's keep rolling, man. Overall, Haney got a fight on his hands, man, in terms of getting him out of the situation I think he in. And I really do think at this point, the best way for him to get back the people, or to some degree quiet some of the noise and that chatter that's becoming very loud right now at this point. He got to get back in the ring. It ain't going to be in the court. Nobody cares what happens there, whether you win $10 million. I mean, it might hurt Ryan, but at the end, nobody gets paid off that but you. So I think that they still going to revert back to the fight, and how that fight is a much different fight. So it's a fight that the Haneys feel like they got to fight. No knock on them, do you? But I think getting back in the ring will kind of settle a lot of this noise. You know what I'm saying? Getting back in there. And then you got to be the biggest name. You just getting back in there and performing top quality. You know what I mean? Top level. K. Causey, what it do, my guy? How you feeling? What's good with it, bro? That Eagle will get your ass beat. You must prepare for victory. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't know what type of like arrogance that could have been to go into a fight like that with no game plan. It's silly. But his ass learned now. Now he's sitting on the sideline from the outside looking in while a guy fighting for his belt and defending it. So, you know what I mean? But let's see Matisse bounce back. A lot of people writing him off, but I think he can bounce back. But let's keep rolling, man. So, like I said, December 7th is the fight. He said he ready. He said he called for Hitchens, man, and not the other way around. So he said, you know, he had an ass hand, you know, he said he going to hand, you know, Richardson Hitchens his ass. That's what he said. You know, that's what the young lad said. I just ain't want to play the whole thing because, you know, they kind of drown us out a little bit with the way they talk. Let's keep going though, man. Let's keep going. Shout out to my guy, the fax machine, the plug. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna keep coming up with nicknames for him. Boxing. So I know I heard somebody asking. Mr. Boxing Fanatics was good, fam. I heard people asking about the tank undercard. So here's what I got. And shout out to my guy Dub, man. I wanted to share this directly with y'all. I'm saying Jamal Charlo is coming back fighting Thomas Lamana. That I know that's a get back fight for sure. That's good for him. Jamel Charlo versus Julian Williams. I know I don't know if people expected that. I ain't mad at that fight. Get back fights for both of them. Pretty interesting to say the least. Alberto Puyo versus Sandor Martin. So remember, I said that earlier. Sandor Martin is not an option for Devin Haney anymore, at least not right now. Carlos Adames versus you know, y'all good luck with that. Marine Nursultanov. There we go. I tried it. I had to try one time. Brandon Figueroa versus TBA. Eric Rosa versus Arvin Pasiones. So there you go, man. You got the Charlo brothers getting back in the mix. I'm not about to cry about neither guy's opponent. We all know Jamal's biggest battle's been outside the ring. He been fighting to get himself back to the, you know, back to the square circle. So I think this is a fight and an opportunity for him to be able to do exactly that. So I'm not gonna go crazy about the opponent that he's fighting. Jamel Charlo, you know what I mean? Different situation coming off the Canelo fight, but also been out of the ring for a while since then. So he got to get back as well. J-Rock is battle tested. Has actually fought the older brother in Maul Charlo. So there's some history there, man. Big bro fought him. Now younger bro fighting him. J-Rock still making it happen. Can't be mad at it. I ain't mad at this fight at all. I ain't beating boxing news. My guy was good with it, bro. High guard, come forward, absorb shots, wait for opponent to wear, mentally mount his attack right. And when that don't happen at McQueen, what we got? We got that upset that happened. I guess we would call it with Paro. Jamal and Carlos need to fight each other. Keep fighting tune-ups. Now Carlos Adames, different situation. Fernando, I get it, different situation, but I think future wise, yeah, I think that definitely should happen, but can't expect it to happen coming back off you know, the situation he's coming off. Jay Howard was good, fam. Yeah, pretty solid undercard. And think about it, bro. Remo, it's Houston. I know people was asking, you know, why Houston? Why Houston? Why Houston? Shit, now you got the Charlo brothers. If you got the Charlo brothers on the car in Houston, right? They rep Houston, don't they? That should make some type of sense. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's bad. Me either, though. Me either, B-Dog, never. I never heard of his opponent. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. No, you know what, bro? Fernando, not Maul. Till Maul get back, that's when I'll demand the top fighters for him. But in the meantime, the fight that really need to happen is Janabek and Carlos Adames. Janabek and Carlos Adames need to happen. That fight right there, those two dudes need to fight each other for sure. 100% they need to fight each other. Especially the way Janabek looked in his last fight. This past weekend, he definitely need to fight his small fighting at 168 or 160. I think Mel's coming back at 54. I think. I didn't hear none, but I'm assuming because he said it. He said he was coming back at 54. Charlo, I'm not sure on that one. Thomas Lamada, maybe still 160, because I don't think Lamana is a 68 pounder, but I don't know if he'll have a catchweight situation. I don't know. I just know it's early, but I just wanted to give y'all some, the undercard. You know what I mean? So yeah, he been out for a while, Fernando. That's all, and we know what he been dealing with. So they got to kind of ease him back into the mix because he got a lot of questions to answer, right? And you just want to, you know what I mean? Think about it. He stay undefeated, get a couple get back fights, really get in fight shape, knock off the ring rust, so to speak, right? And he get right back to it. I think he can, but just, make sure he all the way where he need to be before you put him in there. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the obvious move with him. And Mel coming back for his titles, man. You know what I mean? Fulton versus Figueroa. man. He said he want that fight again at 26. He said he want that fight again at 26. Or did he say 30? 26, one of them. But he said he wanted Johnny Bagger and Adames. Yeah, Shiraz versus Lara. I like that, Ambrose. I like that one. But there's a little bit more to this. It's a little bit more, y'all. Now this I know y'all might like. Andre is in the running for Maul, and Ramos is in the running for Mel, waiting on PBC to announce. So it gets better. Y'all. It gets better. Don't trip. Y'all ain't feeling them first opponents. Cool. Don't trip. Just don't trip because they got to get back. So we got to be realistic. They ain't Superman. But if Andre fight Jamal Charlo, get it to me. If Jamel Charlo fight Jesus Ramos, I don't want to hear shit about nothing. Ain't nothing to complain about at all. I don't care. Yeah, you would have wanted to see it, hopefully. I mean, if they could have got it sooner, cool. But nah, man. I think this is an example of what 154 can do right here, man, with the Mel and Ramos. I like that fight a lot. I do. And I listen, I'll be sitting here waiting patiently for them to announce it because I like it. Andre and Maul Charlo, look, it ain't too late. Man. Hey, give it to me. Maul Charlo still ain't lost. Demetrius Andre only losing the top guys. The legacy was good with it. I ain't tripping. Mel too fast for Ramos. He could be. Ramos beat Luton, but it was close. I feel that. Tank card, amazing. You get if that happened, but that's not the tank card, but this is the tank undercard, though, So you do got the Charlo twins back, you know what I mean, with their opponents. You got Pulio Martin, Carlos Adames. I'm not familiar with his opponent, Brandon Figueroa with a TBA. Brandon Figueroa always give you a good fight, and then you got Eric Rosa, and I don't know his opponent much either. But like I said, with that on the back end, I do like that. I like that a lot. I do. I think those are great fights right there for both of them. And again, I don't think nobody could complain about a Jamal Charlo fighting a Demetrius Andre. They're top guys still. You know what I mean? Nobody should complain about Jamal Charlo facing a guy like a Ramos, a Jesus Ramos. Ramos, a hungry young lion. I mean, and he gonna bring it. So I like those fights, y'all. I like them a lot. I like them, and I want to see him. So overall, I think Tank Davis undercard is good. I think it's good. Houston. So I would guess that the Charlos have some support there. So it seemed like it makes some sense, right? People ain't seen either one in a while. It's that that mystique of wanting to see what either guy gonna look like. Mel Charlo after his fight with what's his Canelo Alvarez, and obviously Maul Charlo with so much inactivity in recent years, right? So there's question marks for him. Nick Ballin, what it do, my guy? And lose to Ramos. And look, here, a real challenger, I think, TD. He is. He ain't just somebody I think you can dismiss or count out as just some young guy. I think he can fight, bro. I think it's a real fight for Jamel. And stylistically, TD, we getting our money's worth with that one. That's what that one excite me, man. That one with the Maul and Andre, because it's no way those neither fight is a bad fight. NHA, what's good, Brody? How you feeling? Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button for me, man. If y'all ain't sub to the channel, make sure y'all sub to the channel. Make sure your notifications is on. We ain't done yet. We's not done. We's got some more to build on, but I'm done with the Lynn Paro part, though. He ain't about to kill us with the 20 minutes talking like that. Talking like that. We got some more stuff to talk about, man. Damn, has Ramos fought since Lubin? I thought he did. I'm not for sure on that. I had to double check. On that, though. Hitchens lost to Lemos. He would lose to Paro. Look, I would never argue with you about what you seen, but for me, like I said, I think Hitchens showed more versatility in that fight than Lemos. I think that was a style thing. I think, being a shorter guy, being a come forward, aggressive guy, breaking the distance, getting in your chest, being physical, being a strong little tank of a guy, right? And Gustavo Lemos ain't no trash fighter. And then I hear, Paro say he's levels above him. Every fighter say that about when it comes to another fighter, and then you see the fight and it's not the levels that they've been talking about. So I miss me with all that. Gustavo Lemos was a real challenger. I don't know what people make it seem like. He was coming to win. With a style like that, a guy standing in your chest, hungry, relentless pressure, that's what's going to happen. He's going to be in your chest. He's coming to beat your ass. You get what I'm saying? So Hitchens had to adjust. It just, he a pure boxer. Just think about the styles, the contrasting styles. Like what he was doing, it was successful, but Hitchens was having some issues, but he had to figure it out. And he did. I think he did. So Paro, just a different style fight for him. Banks, what's good with it, my guy? How you feeling? I think he's a different stylistic matchup, and I think he got a better chance of beating him. You know what I'm saying? I think he do, just because of his style's going to match differently. The Boxing Menu Podcast, what's good, my guy? How you feeling? Lemos gets Paro hell, see what I mean? Levels above. And look, TD, you called it. I was letting him slide. I just think he being confident, right? He riding a little confidence. He talking his talk. Adrian, my guy, what's good with his Cecil in the building? What's good, family? Ramos fought a Colombian dude. He did fight. He fought again, right? I wasn't tripping. Shout out to Big Supreme. Appreciate that. So, yeah, man, I mean, you caught it, TD. Look, I was thinking he was being confident, but the more I listened to it, he might be a little cocky, a little bit, just a little bit, He'd be a little bit, but I don't feel like he levels above Richardson Hitchens. Show me the fight that I should watch that's going to show me that he's levels above him. I don't see it. I mean, he's a good fighter, don't get me wrong. He impressed me with the way he controlled Matias in that fight. But I don't think Hitchens gives him that kind of fight, so the looks are going to be different. So we're going to see a different stylistic matchup. It's just going to be a different fight altogether. Much different. Hitchens ain't looking to bring pressure, and he ain't going to be coming in there with no game plan. Hitchens going to have a game plan. So he arguably didn't even get the best version of Matias, and that would be Matias's fault, is what I'm saying. So, but nonetheless, his performance is very good. Nothing to take negative from it. I think Hitchens going to beat him. I'm standing on that. I think my guy Hitchens going to beat him. Hitch going to stand on him. Ryan, what's good, fam? How you feeling? I think he's going to beat him, bro. I think he's going to beat him. I think so, man. But we'll see. Anything can happen. It's a 50-50 fight, but I'm rocking Hitchens on this one, y'all. I'm rocking Hitchens. But let's keep on rolling. We ain't done. But, yeah, this was Hitchens' response, too. To this interview. This is the interview that I was playing, with Lynn Paro talking. Shout out to Fight Hype too, by the way, as always, man. But he said after December 7th, let's see who get their ass handed. And I want to see how the face look at them done with it. He said they all talk till I get in there and show them. Talk to him, Hitch. Talk to him, man. Hitchens ain't backing down from no challenge, man. So let's see who get their ass handed to him. You talking about you gonna hand me my ass in this interview? He's like, yeah, okay. Hitchens ain't going, man. Africa ain't going, bro. I'm rocking with Africa for the dub, y'all. For the dub, man. I think he could do it. You know what I'm saying? I think this is his opportunity to shine and be a world champion at 140. Still need Devin Matiz make the fight. Oh man, that's still a good fight. It's still a good fight. Sadiq was good with Evron, suing for everything you can. I don't care what nobody says. Garcia's a clown, raise tap his pockets. Yeah, I don't care about his pockets getting tapped. And he is clownish, very clownish. Back down to fight Matiz. Who Lemos was Africa's hardest fight. Yeah, I think he'll look better after going through that. Me too, TD. And then the style being different will allow him to look like more of himself. I'm really big on that. I want to see how wrong I am going to be or right I'm going to be, because I've seen enough of Liam Paro to feel like he don't box levels above Hitchens. I do feel like, in that, like I said, he'll have opportunities to look like more of himself because of the way Paro approaches the fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's just gonna go in there and outbox Hitchens with ease. Hell nah, man. Hitchens ain't going, man. Hitchens about to beat this dude. Y'all tripping. Y'all got pussy. See that Lemos fight got y'all tripping on my guy Africa, man. Y'all bugging, man. Y'all gotta put some respect on my guy's name. He went through the fire, bro. A lot of people would have folded. You know what I'm saying? He had to go through the fire. Now he ready. He went through the fire. Now he ready to stand on some shit. He about to take Liam Paro belt respectfully. You know what I'm saying? That belt will not return to the down under. You get what I'm saying? He's going back to Hitchens, man. NYC with Hitchens, man. Hitchens taking the joint back to Brooklyn, man. Taking that belt back to Brooklyn. IBF strap, man. Strap him up. And the new, man. Nah, but Paro could fight, though, man. Having fun with it, but it's going to be a good one, yo. Close thing. I anticipate a very competitive fight, but I'm telling you, I'm rocking with my guy. I'm rocking with Africa. I think he can pull it off, bro. I'm telling you. I think he can outsmart this dude. I think he can outpoint him, outsmart him, outthink him, and show levels in his fight. I do. So I'm banking on him being his best version of himself in this fight, because he gonna need that, you know. Make the fight with Matiz to get in. Yeah, I don't never see that happening though. You know what I mean? I would love to see the fight. I don't never see that fight Matiz though. Tay was good. What he said, nah, just watching you see Rolly at Africa spar video was nasty. Don't do my boy like that. Hey, Tay, stop bringing up old stuff, bro. Nah, but again, one of them weird ass styles, pressure fighters, yo. That might just be his Achilles heel or something that he struggles against. Those style of fighters, guys with pressure. You know what I'm saying? It could be, but I think Paro's a different challenge in and of itself. It's going to challenge his IQ and his intellect for sure, but I think he got it. I think he can win this. Counterpunching and shock Paro. Counterpunching, being first, going to the body, not being repetitive, no head hunting. Don't stand on the line, standing right in front of your dude, no getting greedy. It's a bunch of little different things that Hitchens going to do. I believe he's going to be on point. I do. Shout out to Al, help him all through this shop. And I appreciate the WBC when they were standing behind him and not trying to strip him while he was going through what he was going through. Shout out to my goddamn after they want to smoke with Matiz, complaining about the 10-pound hydration, the 10-pound rule. Nah, just look at it this way. I hear you, because I was aware of that. But look, you know, I'm always trying to give you something else to think about. Don't change your opinion on it. I get how you feel, but he was very honest. He was like, yo, fighting a guy like a Matiz with that kind of style, like basically giving him credit for being a dangerous guy, saying like he was, you know, basically take that into some careful consideration about going in there under them rules with that guy, because he obviously more of a beast. But it's not something that he's saying he got put in his lap that he gonna turn down. So look at it this way, although maybe he didn't rush or chomp at the bit to fight him, right? Maybe y'all feel like it was an opportunity there that he missed. Look at it this way. It's not the same as fighting Matiz, but he is fighting a guy that just beat Matiz. Get what I'm saying? With more versatility, not a one-dimensional guy. So, I don't know. We got to see. You get me? Got to see. It's not a bad fight. It's not the worst thing in the world, right? We see fights not happen, but think about it. Most people could have lied and been like, you know, I'm willing to do any and everything, and I'm this and that. Then the opportunity coming in and do it. When they asked him, he was honest, like, bro, that dude dangerous. Like, so the thought of me not being able to rehydrate to what I naturally rehydrate, I will have to think about that, because that's a threat. That's just being real. People don't like it because you expect them to just be tough. I'll do anything. And You feel like one guy's been making a sacrifice fighting Matiz watching you, and I get it right then and there, but I still don't, I still hear him out. I'm like, all right, I get it. That's real. But he also said he wouldn't have turned it down. It's some confusion as whether he turned it down or not. He said he didn't. People on the internet try to say he did. He said he never turned nothing down. But at the end of the day, whether or not he did it for Matiz, he's going to do it for Liam Paro, the guy that just beat Matiz. So you can't, and not saying just because, but it should be a good fight, right? He did beat the guy that beat that guy. I mean, he is fighting the guy that beat that guy. So fighting the man that beat the man, so to speak. Not the same as fighting Matiz, but it's still a good fight because of that reason, right? They had a fight. A reign in peace, Queen. How you feeling? Devin still has many questions to answer before he gains his elite status back. I hope the Haney redemption tour goes well, but it's looking a little shaky. It's looking tough, man. Eddie Hearn said he don't think Ryan was cheating. Hold on, let me get to it.
The fact that he's dedicating so much time, and probably that video took the entire day, and the editing was really good. I mean, what a waste of Golden Boy's time, but it did make me quite horny. I'll be honest with you. My opinions are paid all duck, Shakur. I mean, listen, it's his best shot right now. Shakur's come. My opinions.
My bad. I'm all over the place.
This is a pivotal moment for the sport because this is a really interesting case. I don't think Ryan was cheating in training camp. I think he actually more likely took something in the final stages to benefit the weight cut. Maybe without him even knowing what he was taking. Do you know what I mean? This is a really interesting case because when you sign up for a fight, you sign up to be clean and, to not have a physical advantage. And what happened to Devin Haney that night physically will definitely affect him. Mentally will definitely affect him. And unquestionably will affect his commercial value and his opportunity to make money moving forward.
So you hear that? I mean, that's more of what we was already discussing on with that. Talking about his value and his earning potential pretty much, man, being affected. And you see him having issues getting fight. You hear guys talking about pricing himself out. You kind of seen this stuff coming, man. You kind of seen the writing on the wall. So, yeah, man, it's a lot of questions, Mr. Empire. It's a lot of questions to answer before you get back to where you're trying to get to. But Eddie just like business as usual. Like he ain't holding his tongue on nothing. He feel like Ryan ain't cheating out here. He's like, hey, man, use something for the weight cut. But that's that. I'm not going to get all into that. I'm not going to drown the conversation out with Ryan and that situation, right? But this does affect him, I think, obviously. And we seeing it play out now. We seeing it play out now. Has you ever said anything positive, Devin, anymore? I think it's one of them situations, Queen, where it looks like Aisha look like, well, now that I ain't in bed with you, I'm just being blunt about everything. So nothing he says sound good no more. But he not necessarily dissing him. But then when you see how Devin deal with him, when something don't go his way, he go to the internet about it. At least that's how Eddie Hearn feels. Instead of just keeping it between them, you made it on the internet. He's just like, yo, this dude, he arrogant. That's what Eddie said. Eddie told him to drop the arrogance. Said he arrogant, man. So I don't know. Maybe this is some of his truth serum. And I think this goes to show you that this is just business at the end of the day, too. Like, business is one thing, but, praising you is another when you ain't doing business with somebody. That's what it seemed like. Dodge J was good with it. Said, salute. Eddie done had it with Devin wanting to be a free agent, bouncing all around. Yeah, man, you done work with a number of different people. Shout out to my baby girl, the Queen, Miss Just Do in the building. Safe travels on that road. Said, arrogant little belly. Man, I'm telling you, that's what he be on his ass. He said he arrogant. Yo, y'all make sure y'all punch the like button, sub to the channel for me, man. If y'all haven't, turn y'all notifications on. Let's keep rolling, man, because, it was a lot said. Bill Haney going at it with trolls.
You claim to be a gangster, but y'all on police activity.
Fendi, you done lost everything. You done lost your shirt. You done lost your chain.
I done lost everything.
Fendi, you don't have anything.
I done bet everything, and Devin Haney got knocked out. I lost everything from getting knocked out.
You the only thing you got left is them extensions. God damn.
You got that glued on ass beard on. Stop it. Yo ass got that nappy.
Hey, Fendi. God damn, look at your ceiling fan.
He want to crack jokes. This nigga.
Doing that sweating like a mother. God damn. Fendi, let me see that old ass ceiling fan. That motherfucker do it got the stains on that bitch.
My shit ain't this bunk shit. Nigga, player shit. Nigga, you old ass. Hey, look, y'all took y'all black ass down to the courthouse and filed a complaint. Listen, y'all fumbled Devin Haney's career. I swear to God, if I'm lying, hey, listen, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Devin Haney
you ain't flying nowhere. You're gonna get on that bus.
So what y'all think? Y'all think that those exchanges are good or bad, are helpful for the career? I don't know. I think Bill might, respectfully, he might need to set a standard where he just don't allow any and everybody to talk to him. Some of these dudes don't deserve to talk to you. You get me? Some of these dudes, you just gotta leave them in the back room somewhere, just hoping they could get a line straight to you. Because I mean, it's just all bad. Nobody got nothing good to say about anything that took place. Shout out to Superman. I mean, it's just not a good look. It's negativity all over the place. Like, look.
And with a billionth of a gram, they've got to prove that he wantonly and willfully took PEDs, right? He's saying, you hurt me emotionally, you beat me up physically, I'm having nightmares, and I'm not getting paid. My promoters are no longer making purse bids. Want to pay me $1 million to fight when I've been getting $5. Yeah. So he's saying by Ryan taking the PEDs, that was the effect. So he owes me compensation because of the breach of contract. It caused me all these problems. That's the number one thing he's suing for. If anything, it's going to help Ryan Garcia out, right? Because what's going to happen is you suing the man, now the truth will come out. Outside of that A and B sample, the head test that Ryan gave was negative. And he didn't get suspended for the Austin ring. He got suspended for not reporting all the stuff.
Bro, they're going to throw that out.
Mark West was good with it. So I just played some of them clips just to give you a highlight of what's being said out there and what's going on. Every time somebody get a line straight to Bill, they bringing up the fight and what happened. Nobody's going to forget it. I mean, it almost... You almost give the argument more life when you allow people to get that face-to-face time with you and keep repeating, regurgitating the same information over and over. Like, we seen the fight and we get it. People ain't gonna forget. We understand that. But I think when you keep giving people these little, opportunities somewhat to kind of go viral off your name and different things like that, it becomes a waste of time and it becomes counterproductive to what y'all trying to do, because it almost makes it look and seem as if the consensus around the board is that he got his ass beat. Nobody rocking with him. He looking bad. Stop giving people these opportunities to talk to you. I don't even think they deserve to talk to you, because they're not really trying to have no conversation for real. They just trying to talk some shit about the fight and how he got beat up and, what he looked like now. Like, I don't think you need to give nobody no more, freebies to talk crazy, because I don't think at this point it's doing them no good. Like, I feel like in a situation like this, when you take a fight like that and it just don't work out, you got to be smart with the way you moving and who you giving opportunities to speak to you. Because again, man, it almost like you start to see all these different clips surfacing and floating around and everything is just all negative. It just seemed like nobody rock with them, when I know that's not the truth. So I think, man, the hell with public perception at this point, man. It's just going to be what it's going to be. Control the things that you can control. Fight your fight, your legal battle. If that's what y'all doing, that's cool. Do y'all. But I'm saying come up with a game plan to get this young man back in the ring. Because to be honest with you, I'm a little tired of talking like this. You know what I mean? I want to hear about him getting back in the ring, boxing somebody's ears off, and him proving somebody wrong. I would rather hear that, from now on. So, it ain't good, because everything is negative right now. It ain't enough positive clips and outlooks on this situation for you to be giving these dudes airtime, right? You're just giving people freebies to talk crazy. And that's exactly what they're going to do because they like internet trolls. You know what I mean? So I would refrain from talking to just anybody. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be anxious to be on the phone and giving all these dudes a free shot at me to talk crazy. I ain't doing it. Rollout 78, what's good with it? Positive videos. I don't know if there are any, bro. I don't know if they are. 903 boxing, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling, bro? So I don't know. I mean, are there any positive videos? Have you seen any? Because I'm not seeing them. You know, I always like to provide some balance. So if you know of some, I'll play some just for the conversation, just to, even it out. But I don't really hear nothing positive. You know what I'm saying? But that's boxing for you. Who cares? At the end of the day, man, it's all up to him and how he decide he want to bounce back. You know what I'm saying? He got an opportunity to do so. And people gonna have an opinion. It's nothing different than the fight. So now they just got an opinion on your recent move. So now if you want to put some distance between you and that move, what do? You get yourself back in the ring. I ain't saying I gotta know the ins and outs and they don't got a plan, but I would just like to see a plan be put together that gets him right back in the ring and back to kicking ass. You know what I'm saying? Y'all a lot of yes men. I mean, look, I'll say this, big dog, to that point. Eddie Hearn did say that he used to have him, his father, and maybe a couple people, something like that in the locker room, or just him and his father. Said now it's in there, it's a lot of people, 20 people or more, whatever he was saying. So he got a lot of people in there with him now. So you know how that go. You just don't need that. Trim off some of the fat. That might need to happen. Yeah, big dog. He might need to trim some of the fat. Boxing Hacker, shout out to you for the 5-piece. Appreciate the color, fam. So all these conspiracy theories over the lawsuit is crazy. Ryan did bad business and they're suing him because of it. Ain't nothing more, nothing less. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Boxing Hacker. He did bad business. He did. It was tainted business.
And we ain't never got a boxing in. Well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to Boxing Hacker. Motown was good with it. Bill don't need to be talking to cat like that. Because they're going to talk wild. Devin get beat up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just giving people exact. Roll out. Send it to me. Shout out to you. Superman was good. Yeah, that's right. Get in the ring and get on the good foot. That's all. Yeah, just get on the good foot. Get back to it, bro. Nothing. They can't deny that. You know what I mean? They can speculate all day about how they feel about what move you made, but you could put a lot of speculation to bed by getting in the ring and beating somebody ass. You know what I mean? Preferably an opponent of your choosing. Because you want to move past this. This shit like a cloud in his career. And this is just a challenge for him. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see, as a fight fan, I would like to see him. My bad, child. I didn't mean to do that. I would like to see him bounce back, I'm going with Paro. We tripping, Justin. You going with Liam's. I think Lamont Roach a better opponent than Martin. More versatile, high ring IQ, and more proven. 903, and more proven, for sure. And he more proven. So I think that I don't think that's gonna be a bad fight, man. To act like Ryan wasn't stopping people before a little bit of Austrian. Yeah, he still was punching hard. That's the thing. It's almost like people trying to ignore that. Like, I can see if he went from, a guy that wasn't punching to all of a sudden a guy that was, I definitely would be side-eyeing him. But he didn't look, my estimation of super strong individual. He looked like a out of shape, big ass. He like a dude that missed weight for obvious reasons to be more comfortable, but he almost paid the price because he ain't even had a proper gas tank to fight 12 rounds. So he lucky that he was in there with the guy that he was in there with, because it's a lot of people that could have took advantage of that. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that would have took advantage of that situation with him gassing like that in them in them rounds. And Devin was able to do that to a certain degree, but he just Ryan just got on him, Bud versus Fundur happened this year. Man, it's tough to say, man, because it's getting so close. I mean, I think we're gonna find out soon, though. But I'd say if no Canelo, if nothing better, no better opportunity open up for him, and Fundora don't go in a different direction. I know that's not a straight yes or no, but you know, if it got to be up to them, man. If do they really want that fight? Right? Is Bud vested in a you get what I'm saying? A Fundora fight, and is they staying put and trying to make a Bud Crawford fight? So I just want to see it, man. I would want to see it if they're gonna do it this year, you know. Yeah, nah, he cheated, man. He a piece of Duke for that, man. I mean, look, it was something in the system. I'll say that. Whether he did it intentionally or not, that's up for debate. But you know, that's what the issue is. Count for the rounds that won. It's worthy. Yeah. He definitely won some rounds. The middle rounds, he definitely did. He put some rounds together, bro. He definitely put some rounds together. He didn't get just washed. It's just Ryan had them real big moments with them knockdown rounds. You know what I mean? With them knockdowns, tunnel vision. Shout out to my guy. See Ryan versus Wilder. Right, 903. Get some discipline out of him, man. Get him disciplined, man. Get him disciplined. But let's keep rolling, man. We ain't done yet, y'all. We ain't done yet. We gonna keep cooking. Y'all know how your boy do over here. Y'all know how we do. We gonna keep going because we ain't done. We gotta get to this Teofimo and Crawford back and forth. Because Crawford, I'm saying, and it's a little annoying. I'm saying a certain specific, you know, group of content creators having a lot to say about Terrence Crawford and the way he moving. Like he just Teofimo clout chasing ass a fight. And I really like this kid because he can fight Teofimo. But he's a clout chaser, dude. Like y'all, I see y'all dudes writing these paragraphs to Terrence Crawford, talking crazy, dude. You don't want to fight nobody. You this and this and that. Man, I'm not hearing none of that. When you got Teofimo actively turning people down and actively clout chasing, you cannot have it. You cannot be more of a clown at this point. These dudes writing these big ass paragraphs. Some of these dudes is content creators. I'm seeing it. Y'all really writing bogus paragraphs to Terrence Crawford like he owed Teofimo anything with his clout chasing ass, man. That's why Crawford out there talking about slapping people, putting hands on people outside the ring, because y'all playing games. Y'all running around here using his name and you really don't want to fight. Then when he say, all right, well, fight Madrimov and prove you want to fight me. Now y'all flipping on Terrence Crawford for that. I said that before, fight somebody at 154, at least move there and prove that you want to campaign at that weight class. You're clout chasing if you don't do it. Yeah, move up there. Yeah, that would put some type of pressure. You go up there and beat a Madrimov, say, for instance, you have one of those Teofimo performances and you step up to the occasion and beat the guy convincingly. I guarantee you everybody be asking for you to fight Crawford next. I guarantee you everybody be asking for Terrence Crawford to fight you for real. But you can't be loud and proud 2 weight classes away, turning down active smoke with smaller guys, the guys the same size as you, the guys one weight class up from you, but you're going to jump 2. It's like your biggest fans are idiots, man, because they're ignoring the real. Teofimo can fight, bro. Ain't no debating about it. He can fight. He fully focused on the top of his game. He can fight. Fun to watch. But he don't want to fight no Terrence Crawford. He is actively turning down fights. He's actively in a situation with Top Rank because of it. But he wants the world to believe and make an argument that Terrence Crawford owes him attention, because that's all he want right now. He want attention. He think his damn esophagus busting there with Cambosis. Terrence Crawford gonna punch you out the ring somewhere, and I mean it. And in no lifetime in this world, in this boxing world, do Teofimo beat Terrence Crawford. But it'll be a good fight for as long as it'll last. Make no mistake, but you don't really want to fight him. That's crazy to me. How you don't want to fight guys that are smaller than you that will have to come up the weight class, multiple guys the same size as you in the same weight class, a guy up from you in another weight class, none of that. Yeah, but I want Crawford. That's what I want. Come on, man. You ask anybody else at 140 that got a title to try to fight other champions. But here this dude is trying to clout chase another 54-pound champion. Like, you can't make this shit up. And you got people writing paragraphs to Terrence Crawford like he bugging because he won't just say, all right, Teofimo. Part of me wish that he would just say, you know what? I'll fight you and just beat him up. Part of me wish he would just do that. Just beat him up, because that's what he barking up the wrong tree, man. Madrimov a bigger Sandor for T.O. I'm telling you, it'll look bad, bro. It'll look bad, man. It'll look bad. I think he'd get beat up, man. I think he'd get beat up, Cal. I do. I think he at 154 just wouldn't be for him. His power, let's just be realistic about this. And the same people that's crying about Terrence Crawford talking about fighting Canelo are a lot of the same people that's saying Terrence Crawford should fight Teofimo. It's the same shit. 2 weight classes. I'm not hearing none of it. It's 2 weight classes. And y'all saying it's bad for Crawford to ask. And at least they share the level where they've been undisputed champions, where they've been at the top of the sport for years upon years. That whether it's weight that separates Terrence Crawford and Canelo, we damn sure know it ain't skill. It ain't a big separation in skill. Neither one of them dudes is so much superior than the other one in skill. And the truth be told, if Terrence Crawford and Canelo were exactly the same size, a lot of people would be picking Crawford, stylistically, skill-wise. So if you're going to cry about Crawford wanting to fight Canelo, how are you demanding that Crawford give Teofimo the time of day? How? It's the same shit. The difference is you never seen Terrence Crawford clout chase nobody name. Show me a time in his career where he's been a clout chaser, because you can't say on one end he don't do no interviews and he don't speak to the people that much, but then he just clout chasing. That's why when I hear people say he begging for a Canelo fight, it sounds like a joke. With Teofimo Lopez, and that's not even fully begging, but he agitating. He on and on about wanting to fight, but not gonna make one single move to put himself in position and make it. And I guarantee you, he won't take Terrence Crawford up on the offer, going up there, fighting somebody, and it don't even got to be Madrimov. That's the perfect world. Go fight the guy that Crawford just fought, right? And try to beat him more convincingly and earn the fight. In a perfect world, just go up there and fight somebody at 154. That makes sense, and prove that you really want to campaign up there. Your power didn't transition really up to 140 like that. Now you're about to skip over 47, go to 54, and you're going to go knock out Crawford in 8 or 9 rounds. Man, yo, I like this kid, but he's an idiot. He's an idiot. This is not how you get paid, Teofimo. Clout chasing ain't it. That's not going to get you paid on Top Rank. And then on top of this, William Old School, my brother, what's good with it? Thomas Hill, my guy. Norman Stops Tail. I think he'd mess around and wreck him, man. I do, bro. I do. Madrimov will kill T.O. That's nasty where he'd beat T.O. ass, man. I'm telling you. Shout out to everybody. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. Don't stress out boxing, my guy. What's good with it? Feel like with T.O. doing clout chasing, because if he wasn't ready for a Haney fight after this performance, bro, talk to me, boxing with 2-4. That's all I'm saying. And I want to make this clear. My energy is for the way he's going about the fight that he say he want. I don't believe him. That's why it's frustrating to me, because I'm seeing a certain group, and I'm not even gonna call them out, but I see y'all be in Terrence Crawford comments, writing big ass paragraphs, disrespecting his whole entire career, making it seem like he ain't fought nobody. But like Terrence Crawford said, man, you ain't like Teofimo fighting all these killers either. He literally still bringing up a Lomachenko fight that's a whole weight class away. He won't shut up about that. Meanwhile, Terrence Crawford done become undisputed in another division, then moved up another division and became champion up there. And this dude still talking about a win that he got over Vasyl Lomachenko at 135, like he ain't already lose to Orlando Salido. I don't want to hear that shit. It still was a good win, and he's going to always get credit from me for it. But I don't want to keep hearing about no damn Lomachenko win. It's 2024, yo. Can somebody tell me the exact year that he fought Lomachenko? Because he got to shut up at some point, yo. We don't want to hear that shit. Lomachenko don't get you Terrence Crawford. Josh Taylor don't get you Terrence Crawford. Moving up to 154, beating somebody, preferably, like I said, in a perfect world, a Madrimov, yeah, that'll get you a Terrence Crawford to me. That at least prove that you really want that fight. You're just going to clout chase your way to a whole two weight classes up to fight a world-class fighter like that. Man, you don't want that shit. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Kambosos beat you up like that, Crawford going to embarrass you and have you second-guessing your career. You think Sandor Martin had you over there talking about, do I still got it? Crawford going to have you really question if you still got it at all. I'm telling you. That's what I believe. No, I don't believe you'll beat him up. In no case, in no scenario in the world do I see you beating up Terrence Crawford. I think he'll kick your ass from the minute the bell ring. You ain't smart enough. You ain't consistent enough. You too up and down as a performer. You too much of a wild card. No. Not beating no Terrence Crawford. And your power just don't transition up with you. Ain't transitioning up. You're not going to be able to handle nobody up at 154. You're not going to do it. Hell no. You're going to get your ass beat up there. And look, I ain't against it. I swear I wish Terrence Crawford would just say, you know what? I'll beat his ass and just fight him, because that's exactly what's going to happen. I'll bet anything. That's what's going to happen. You're not beating Terrence Crawford. Hell no. I've seen the kind of guys that you struggle against. They're not on the level of Terrence Crawford, respectfully. And don't get into it being a style thing. Because stylistically, he's going to beat you up too. He's going to outthink you longer than you, smarter, higher IQ, fought at a higher level, more consistently. No, he's going to beat your ass. And he done it through multiple weight classes. Nah, you're going to get up there, Terrence Crawford, you're going to wish you ain't do it. I'm telling you. So, look, man, I like Teofimo, but he got to chill. Enough is enough. But let's play this, man. Let's shout out to Fight Hype again. But Teofimo is cloud chasing, dude, man. Y'all make sure y'all smashing that like button, sub to the channel. Let's see their little back.
That's what I mean about respect. I don't speak about it, man. That's just me, man. That's how I think it's no respect. No respect. We ain't more for it. That's what he said. Moving down. Moving down.
I think that it's going exactly the way God wants it to go for me. You know, I got to keep working hard. I stay humble. I conversate with a lot of people for that reason. Absolutely. Maybe if I had all that they had, I'd probably be a stuck-up bitch. So, like, my shit does stink, and I get it. So I go out there and I take it, like, with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Everything I do is obviously in his favor. It's not in mine. And he's got a way that he's doing it with me. So for everybody's different. I did it the hard way, just me and my father, dynamic duo. We actually came from the ground and up. You know, that's why they only pay me $1 million, because they know what my upbringing was. They say, hey, $1 million, that's enough for you, kid.
$1 million.
But the rest of them are making 8 figures a fight. You know, and I've done more in that
sense
as accolades and achievements. But it's because some just fall into the 6 and others fall into the 9.
Do you want to clear up your comments at all from last week? Because I know people took it the wrong way and went left with it. I'm sure you didn't mean it the way. They asked you, who would you want to fight? I think it was, I forget who the fighters were, maybe Crawford and Spence or something like that. Or Crawford and, might have been Tank. Yeah, Crawford and Tank. Mm-hmm. And you have responded a particular way. I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot, Tio. I think you know what I'm talking about. But if you like, I'll restate what you said.
Go ahead, restate it.
Okay, you said which monkey wants the banana first?
Bro, that sounds racist, man.
That shit definitely not funny.
Nah, but hey, listen to everyone. Look, I'm talking about 2 fighters that are the best at what they do, just as much as I do. I'm not talking about everyone. I'm not talking about people's color. I'm really just trying to get at these guys so they could at least bark a little bit so we can make a fight. That's really it. I don't want to take anything out of context, you know, and people could say a lot of things, but I just want to fight.
Terrence Crawford who?
Exactly. Terrence Crawford who? Indeed. That's what I'm talking about. So for myself, it's just all about making the best
why are you
happen.
calling him out?
That's what everybody needs.
You talk T.O. way in. What do you think about it?
Yeah, fuck T.O.
Straight like that. Straight like that. Tell him, bro.
What? Did you just say that?
He's not in there.
Did he just say that? Oh my gosh. Bro, Hall of Fame at 25 in boxing, and you just
it's funny, it's straight into it. You already got the credentials with that.
This is the credential. Plus what
right here, baby. Right here.
Don't tell me,
He's making 8 figures,
I already did what I had to do, bro.
Tio, what do you think about Crawford at 154?
No, what I think, it's fucking full of racism in this motherfucker. Because it is because
the guy that's calling people monkeys crying racist.
It is not just by color, my man. It's in many different ways. And understand your acronyms on this. Absolutely. Yes. Because no, relax. It's one thing. It's about boxing. Boxing is the origin. You guys don't make any of this. You guys can have other venues, absolutely, but you guys don't make anything.
Boxing is the origin
fighters.
of this.
You guys take this shit too personal. It's business. Everything's business. Everything. And the thing that hurts the most, is that I bled for this, I sweated for this, and I cried for this. And all you guys, nothing. Not even put me on the fucking screen so the public could see Teofimo again.
Hey, listen, I already did what I had to do, bro.
No, but they need to understand this shit. It is blasphemy. Blasphemy. Hey, look, Jesus said it himself. They hated him. before his disciples.
Two-time legal champion right here, baby.
Let's go.
Why do you think you received that type of hate with the amount of love?
Because I've
Because
done
he's the
everything.
champion. He's the champion.
Everything's so young, and I believe in
Look at
God.
this girl.
Man, bro, he cry me a river, Tio. When my bro Kyle be saying cry me a river, bro. We not trying to hear none of that. He keeps saying two-time undisputed. Yeah, I heard him. You got to understand the acronyms of this, y'all. You got to understand the acronyms of this. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand the acronyms of this. This is blasphemy. You know what I'm saying? I bled for this. You know, I cried for this. I sweated for this. Bro, listen, let's get to the meat and potatoes. At the end of the day, man, it's nothing wrong with another fighter calling a fighter out, you know. But I think repeatedly doing it with no work behind it is just the epitome of clout chasing, man. You couldn't be doing anything different. If you really wanted to get in there, like I said, I think you will position yourself differently. You'll go about it differently. You don't have to refer to fighters as monkeys to get their attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you know that. So you're just trying to justify it because you're doing anything and everything to get publicity. And just like Bud Crawford said, you don't care if it's good publicity, bad publicity. Long as somebody paying attention to you, you cool with it. But I think you continue to hurt your own value. You look how you speak. You look how you behave. You know, every time you got an issue, you go running, you kicking and screaming. You the same dude that try to go stick it to your promoter to go make money elsewhere, right? KBSR was good when he cried in the car. You get what I'm saying? You the same dude that did that, right? You try to stick it to your promoter and go run elsewhere and do whatever it is you wanted to do, right? That's what you did. So, I mean, you got to own up to it. You got to deal with it. That's the path that you chose. And even with that still, they've been giving you opportunities and you've been turning them down. They even allowed you to pick who you wanted to pick in your last fight, gave you an opportunity to pick from some more fighters, and you did nothing but sit on the sideline. And you keep doing these interviews. You look envious. I don't like to say jealous, man. I hate that word for men, but you look very envious of the other guys, you know, these guys that's making the 10 figures, as you put it, right? And we know who you speaking of. You ain't got to say names, but that's not the first time that you spoke of money. And it starts to make me wonder, what is it about this Terrence Crawford guy that really makes you feel like he's worth the time? Like, why Terrence Crawford out of nowhere? You don't want to fight. You literally one of the only fighters that put yourself on the NBF list. You done it yourself. You put yourself on that list yourself. And you want me to believe that you will now jump 2 weight classes to fight that guy because he ain't got legs or he old and you think you'll knock him out? I just don't believe you. And as long as you sitting on the sideline talking about whichever monkey want the banana, and this is my thing. If you really wanted Bud, when they ask you, who do you want to fight more, Terrence Crawford or Gervonta Davis, you obviously been saying Terrence Crawford, right? So you go that route. Go fight Terrence Crawford then. When they ask you that, you don't say anything about no monkey and no banana. You don't get slick about it. You be direct. Hey, man, you ain't got to say it my way, but look, I want Terrence Crawford straight up. He can't beat me. He old. I think his legs is gone, but I want to fight him. I want to challenge myself against him. He don't know which one it is. Do you want to challenge Crawford because you think he fading or you think he that guy still? Or which one is it? You get what I'm saying? You in the video talking about Terrence Crawford, who we all know who. The guy that you've been clout chasing. That's who. The guy that pulled up on you, told your dad he'd slap him in the face, the same guy that mushed you in your face. That's the Terrence Crawford. You talking about Terrence Crawford, who you know full well who Terrence Crawford is. That's the same dude that pulled up on you at the medicals that wanted to see what all that talking was about. And again, I ain't saying be sensitive in boxing. You ain't got to kiss nobody's ass to call them out, but you definitely don't got to be overly disrespectful and just clout chase the situation. There's other ways to really get to Terrence Crawford, and if that's an opportunity you really want. Furthermore, he fights for top rank out of all the options that they've given him, and they've given him plenty of options, especially in these last 2 instances. He's had plenty of options. Has any of those options been Terrence Crawford? Has anybody heard Bob Arum say anything about making a fight with Terrence Crawford and Teofimo Lopez? Anybody? You get what I'm saying? Anybody hear that? No. because he know you just being foolish. You out here clout chasing, so he ain't gonna entertain it. You do what you do. Bob too old for all that foolishness. But what Top Rank do for you, got is over here. They got some options over here, and you don't want them, but you want the option that they don't have for you, right? Because you're all about the smoke. It's all about you trying to be great. You really want to fight. You sitting here talking about you really want the guy at 54. But then you also saying Tank Davis, you referred to him as a monkey because you're trying to stir him up. You want to fight with him. Well, what weight class that's going to take place at? What weight class? Because Tank fight at 135. I'm just trying to figure this out. So you want to fight the guy that's at 135 and the guy that's at 154, right? I find it very convenient, and I respect this dude. That's why the way he moving is pissing me off, because I know I got real information on how he's moving, and we see it in the public eye how he's moving. There's no coincidence that the guys that you referred to monkeys are two guys that are not in your weight class at all. That's the guys that you want us to believe you want to fight. Meanwhile, you got all these other champions at your weight class or top level guys, good matchups that you can make, and you don't want to fight none of them. Yeah, but I want to fight the guy that's a lightweight, a division that I grown out of years ago, and I want to fight the guy at 54 too, because I'm not bad. Yeah, but you know what? I don't want Elvis. I don't want Muratai. I don't want Kenneth Sims. I don't want Brian Norman. But I want Tank and Terrence Crawford, though. You get me? You don't want nothing Top Rank got to offer for you, but you just want what you want. When has he ever made a fight that way, y'all? You ever seen him facilitate a fight on social media? Have you ever seen Teofimo call somebody out in this manner and get the fight? Hell no. And it ain't going to be no different now. Bob ain't entertaining none of that, because you're going to get your ass beat playing with Crawford. And if anybody knows it, Bob knows full well that Terrence Crawford is still a top-level guy, and he ain't that damn stupid to even try to make that fight. He already said it. We'll take chances, but we are not gamblers. Fighting Terrence Crawford, in my humble opinion, from what I'm saying, will be a gamble. Nothing more, nothing less. Bob Arum ain't taking that type of gamble. Brian Norman is a risk, but not as much as a gamble, respectfully, as a Terrence Crawford. You get me? You get the guys that he offered him are risks, but not as much as a gamble as a Terrence Crawford would be. You can see it in the offers that he made, in the fighters that he has as options for him. Those guys are risks. They're not risks. They're just hi. What's up? What's that? Got some? All right. I don't want no more. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. Baby boy had to make his cameo. He just bust in the room. My bad. He just blew my whole train of thought. Just like Buzz said to his face, he's trash. Look, I like him. Salute to everybody in the chat till y'all smash the like button for you, boy. He just wanted to come say hi real quick. He probably make another guest appearance before it's all over. But look, I give Teo a lot of credit. I don't think he trash, y'all. I don't believe he trash. I believe he good. That's why I get annoyed with him, because he can fight his ass off. He really could. And at the top of his game, Teal's an entertaining guy. He'll give anybody at 140 a good fight, if not beat him right at the top of his game. He's really he got that kind of talent. I believe it, but we can't see it if you're doing two things: getting in your own way by turning down fights that would, I think help your name and add to your resume. That is pretty solid at this point, right? He just stuck on the wins that every time he get a win, he over celebrate. He beat Lomachenko. He talk about it for 3 years straight. You get what I'm saying? You beat Josh Taylor. You won't shut up about that, but you still bring up Lomachenko more than you do any other win in your career. You got to move forward. You got to remember it's still more meat on the bone. It's still more shit to accomplish. He messed his head up with this 2-time undisputed stuff instead of chasing down the other champions. I say this all the time. I don't understand. It's no method to his madness. He clout chasing and he getting in his own way. Now you beefing with your promoters and asking for fights that they're not giving you. They're not giving you no Terrence Crawford, man. Ain't nobody trying to make that fight with your ass. Bob Arum ain't trying to see you get beat up, or he might. Bob Arum is interested in making Terrence Crawford versus Teofimo. He definitely want to get Teo beat up, y'all. Make no mistake about it. Terrence Crawford get in the ring with Teofimo. Bob Arum don't like him no more. Especially after all this he been doing, yo. All this he been doing to stick it to them. Nah. He been being a thorn in their side, not taking fights, just being hard to deal with, being a clout chaser. Nah, I'm telling you, Top Rank, man. I would love to know what they're gonna do with him. Shout out to Ron. You already know, man. Baby Dude. Shout out to everybody, man. Baby Dude said what's up to y'all. He'll be back. He just getting his little fat belly full. I'm telling you, bro, he gotta chill, man. He gotta be smart. And I just want everybody in here to understand. I critique the way he's moving and behaving right now. Like, look, I ain't being soft about nothing he said, but just be more selective with your words. The monkey shit ain't the way to go. You're gonna turn people away from you, and you're gonna always have to justify. You're not that good at articulating yourself, especially when you put under the spot, because you just got put on the spot there. And instead of taking the situation serious, you joke. But you had an uncomfortable laugh again and said, oh, that's racist. You admitting that what you said is bullshit. You wouldn't even joke about it if you didn't believe that. That's the shit that make me mad. You get an opportunity. These people, I don't know if they be trying to get a viral moment or they be trying to help you out and you just too stupid to see it. These dudes keep asking you, what do you mean about your comments? You got more than one occasion to explain what you meant. And every time you fail, every single time you fail, every single time they ask your goofy ass, because he is goofy. I like him, but he's a goofy dude. I don't like the way he think and move. He can fight, though. He's a goofy dude. Every time they ask him what you meant, he find a way to dig himself a hole even more. This time, it might have went over people's heads, but they ain't go over mine. Yeah, that's racist, and you want to laugh that off. You wouldn't have said that if you didn't. You get what I'm saying? You know it is not the right shit to say, but you're going to keep being goofy. You're going to lose more fans. You're going to keep wondering why you sitting around here keep pocket watching, talking about the others that you don't want to fight, but you'll keep talking about how much money they make and what these other guys is doing, how the system is in place for these guys that look good and everybody against Teofimo. This dude, it couldn't be more out of touch with reality than anybody I've ever watched. I'm telling you. And I like him. I'm mind blown. A1 Hoop Zone. Shout out to my brother A1, man. Shout out to my guy A1. Pardon me if I missed my guy in the building. But he don't move right, bro. He don't move right. He don't move right. He got opportunities and he just rather sit on the side and convince the people. And like I said, the only people that's cool with the way he moving is his diehard fans. You know, people crazy when they start jumping in Crawford comment section like he moving funny because he won't fight him. But then that same token, they crying saying Crawford begging to fight Canelo. He ain't in every interview clout chasing Canelo. They asked him about it. He said, yeah, I'll take that fight. Yo, if he choose me or that fight is available, yeah, I'll take it. He ain't sitting here saying Canelo suck. He don't want to fight me. He'll duck. I'll knock him out in 9 rounds. You hearing Crawford acknowledge the size, the power, the skill. You get what I'm saying? He acknowledging the challenge that Canelo is. Teofimo goofy ass is clout chasing. He doing the exact opposite. Crawford old. He don't got no legs. I'll knock him out within 8-9 rounds. And come on, man. It's totally different. One is dead serious about taking the opportunity, even though it's 2 weight classes apart. And the other one is a full-blown joke. You don't want to fight smaller guys the same size, guys that's slightly bigger. You don't want to fight nobody at 154, man. That's not a weight class that I don't anticipate we'll ever see Teo at. And if he go up there, he won't be successful. I don't see Teofimo being successful at 154 pounds. Why? Up and down performances. I don't think the power of transition. I don't think he quite got the size to deal with those physical guys up there. And I think those fights would be much harder for him to win. He'll have to be primarily an outboxer up there at 154 pounds. You won't knock a solitary soul out. Not even the most fringe contender up there. You won't knock them out. I don't see him campaigning up there. And at the end of the day, y'all, that's going to always, to me, add more validity to my stance that he don't want to fight Crawford. That's why I don't like the energy. You probably never see him at 54, let alone fighting Terrence Crawford. So I just wish Teofimo and his dad to pump the brakes or either pump the brakes on the Crawford clout chasing or position yourselves the right way. He threw a proposition out there for you about fighting Madrimov. Like I said, a lot of these little weird content creators, some of them, not the ones we really watch all the time, but I know a lot of people got channels and they be in this comment section, making it seem as if he was supposed to fight hold on, that's Tank spazzing out on somebody. You know what I mean? They got mad at this post right here when he told him, hey, Teofimo Lopez, you fight and beat Israel Madrimov next, and I'll whoop your ass next. Bet. Let's see how much you really want to fight. I mean, at the end of the day, I respect this more than clout chasing. He like, man, just show me you really want to fight somebody. Go fight the guy I just beat then. And I guarantee you I'll beat your ass. You get me? So I ain't necessarily saying he got to do exactly that, but at least fight somebody up there. And then tell Terrence Crawford you really want to fight. Other than that, stay at 140 and be smart, because I think anything above 140 going to get that much more difficult. If you ever find yourself at 47, I think he can compete up there, but I think at the top level it's going to be hard. Could he be a champion at 47? Not as long as Jaron Ennis there. So again, cloud chasing at his finest. You're not going nowhere near 147 as long as Boots Ennis is there. And I don't see you going up to no damn 154 either. There's some serious dogs up there, and the way you perform, you won't last. Hell no. So Teofimo need to get with the program. He need to figure out his situation with Top Rank and get back to really being a takeover, bro. This cloud chasing shit is corny. It ain't something he need to do when you as talented as he is. You know what I'm saying? So I say this with all respect to him. I just would rather see him chase what makes sense instead of a fantasy fight in a sense. Crawford ain't thinking about you. And this is another reason why I know it's clout chasing at his finest. Your promoter ain't mentioned Terrence Crawford's name one time. It's a guy that they don't even have, like, they didn't leave on a good note, really. You really think, I ain't saying he won't do no business, but it's probably a reason why he never even entertained speaking about that. You get what I'm saying? Just think about this for a second. They left on a bad note. Oh yeah, that's the guy I want to fight. The guy that sued Bob Arum. Yeah, he gonna put me in he gonna do Terrence Crawford a favor by putting me in a ring with my up and down inconsistent ass, with my wild card. Terrence Crawford, one thing about him, say what you want. I'm just strictly talking about the ring as a fighter. His performances are consistent. I don't care what you say. You don't got to worry about if he gonna prepare, if he gonna look good. Teofimo, we question that about you in every other fight, bro. How you gonna look? What Teofimo we gonna get? We ain't never had to ask that question about Terrence Crawford because he always showed us. It's a difference. So you want to fight the guy Bob Arum got sued by, left on the bad note, probably don't even really rock with each other. Who knows? But that's the guy. Come on, man. You don't want to fight him, man. The more I keep talking about it, the more I keep coming up with examples as to why he don't want to fight him. And it's just a good thing to say right now. Crawford came off his biggest win with Earl Spence, and he's been speaking his name since back then. That dude's silly, man. He don't want no smoke with him at all. Shout out to my brother Allen for the 10-piece, man. Support and appreciation. That's love, man. Appreciate
and we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to Allen, man. Shout out to you, bro. Tears cat, but it's not to play with. Yeah, that's not the route to go. I'll tell you that. Play with something safe. Do I still got it? Nobody that's asking it, do they still got it at the Sandor Martin want to play with Bud Crawford. Counter punch you to death, bro. He won't get you, man. He'll beat you up either way he do. If he bring the fight to you, he beating you up. If he move around, he beating you up. I don't see no case where you beat him. I'm just sorry. I don't see it. Too up and down. Bug gonna take advantage of all those mistakes you make, all that bluffing and shit you be doing in the ring, playing around, that little cute shit with the footwork. That's not gonna work with him. That's not. You're gonna be in there with a real one. That shit gonna show. Bob Arum ain't trying to donate no belts to Terrence Bud Crawford, somebody he got sued by, that he claims he could build a mansion in Beverly Hills because he lost money on him. Yeah, that's the dude I want to call out. I work for Bob Arum. Let me throw that out the window because I want to chase greatness, y'all. I want to jump two weight classes and fight Terrence Bud Crawford. You don't know if you want to tell us you want to fight him because he's great or because he's old and he ain't got it or nobody know him. You don't know which one you want to go with. Helene, what's good with it, bro? That's why I say, man, just respect the game, man. It's weight classes for a reason. Move accordingly. 140 should have opened your eyes that it ain't that easy to just be jumping up weight classes, even if it's just a 5-pound difference. It's a difference. Now you talking about going from 140 to 54. That's 14 pounds. Now you got to perform with that added weight. Now you're going to rehydrate and you're going to be in there with undoubtedly one of the best fighters in the world, and you're going to knock him out. You knock out Sandor, no Jermaine Ortiz. You don't knock him out. You don't knock out Josh Taylor. You knock none of you. You don't knock little ass Lomachenko out that ain't throw punches for 6-7 rounds straight. But you're gonna knock Terrence Crawford out. I just can't make logic out of that, bro. I'm sorry. Anything can happen in the fight, but that's not it. You're not doing that. So you can miss me with the Terrence Crawford talk. I respect Teofimo as a fighter, but not this clout chasing Teo. I don't like it. I can't really get behind him. I don't respect it at all. Like I said, y'all, and I just hope, I hope he make a smarter move moving forward, right? Because he got a situation going on with Top Rank, like I said, y'all, and they ain't. Man, I'm in here getting hot. They ain't here. They don't. I doubt if they want to, donate belts to Terrence Crawford. Like I said, that's a dude that sued him. Why would he want to go down that path? And like I said before, I made the point. Bob Arum said we'll take risks. We're not gamblers. Well, there you go. They'll take risks. That's a gamble. That's not, or we'll take chances. Pardon me. We'll take chances, but we're not gamblers. That'll be a gamble. He's not fighting him. Creo was good with it, bro. How you feeling? So shout out to Tio and his dad, but for what they accomplished and what they've done in the sport thus far. But I don't salute him for the clout chasing the Terrence Crawford and just using his name conveniently because it's a fighter that is respected. And it's like a safe call out because it's something that's not going to happen. But if you can get just enough people to fool and believe that, yeah, he really won it, then you might have something. You might have people like me talking about you, but it ain't going to be for the right reason. So I just want to hear Teofimo really chase down Undisputed at 140 instead of thinking that just because you beat Josh Taylor, who held all the belts, when in reality we seen, Jack Catterall do it first. I ain't trying to hear it, bro. I want to see real fights, real matchups. Could you imagine Teofimo, Gary Antoine Russell? Could you imagine Teofimo if he didn't tell Turkey Al-Sheikh he was going in another direction, y'all? Could you imagine that? Who in here wouldn't watch Teofimo and Devin Haney? You get what I'm saying? That's the best fight and the best. That's a realistic fight. And you didn't want to fight him coming off the situation that he came off. Like, bro, you get what I'm saying? I think he would have got a fight in between that, before that, but still, you didn't even want to fight that guy. Yeah, so nothing that's realistic do you want. You just want what's not realistic. And I know you dealing with Bob Arum, it don't go like that. And he knows it. He know it better than me and you. He worked for him, or he worked with him, right? He worked with him. Bob Arum promotes him, so he know damn well it's not one solitary fight that he facilitated the way he trying to go about a Terrence Crawford fight. That's why I say, man, playing with the right one. You playing with focus on your fight, Mr. Focus on your fight for you not make it to your fight. I'm telling you, keep on playing. Salute to my baby girl, the queen. Support. Oh yeah, you are dope as hell. Since you are hot, here's fire to help you get a fan. Salute to my baby girl, the queen.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Tagging me, appreciate you, baby girl. Tio acting like he on strike. You funny. Yeah, acting like he don't even box right now. He is moving funny. He moving like he unemployed. He is. He moving like he unemployed. He moving like he unemployed. Or like he's some type of free agent or something. Yeah, I want Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I want Tank. That's news to me. That boy ain't made one move. You know where Tank fight at, but you want to fight him. Like, stop, yo. This dude, man. Like I said, man, Teofimo, where I really get frustrated with him because he's talented, y'all. Like I said before, he got all the talent in the world. If he just utilized it the right way, he can get what he want out of boxing. I believe that. I think he's that good. I think if he really think about it, like use Canelo Alvarez and his team as an opportunity to learn or add something to his game instead of like a photo op running around carrying the belts looking like a damn groupie. Like, you get what I'm saying? Instead of doing that, use that as an opportunity to get better. That's what I want to see. I'm not saying for sure I know if he's doing that or not, but I would like to see it. But I'm not going to lie to you. Even when they ask him questions about being with them, it don't sound like it's legit. And I know full well what I'm talking about. Everything that you see is not what it set out to be. Like, for example, I remember it was a point in time where people were Shout out to Kid Austin, but people thought Ronnie Shields coached him because you seen him coaching him. I come to find out that this wasn't even his coach. Like, people use people for the look, and that's what I'm saying. Don't just be one of them. Be smart. Canelo, regardless of what people say, he got a lot of game, man. He could give us a young fighter like you a lot of game if you smart enough to use him for that. You get what I'm saying? So use that shit to your advantage. Stop sitting on the sidelines, clout chasing fights that you know full well that your stubborn ass promoter and Bob Arum is not making you for you. That's not a fight. Even what Terrence Crawford looked like in his last fight, you think Bob Arum's an idiot? He know damn well not to be fooled by that. He's seen enough boxing to know that that's more of a stylistic thing, and with the addition of a layoff, getting a little bit older, all that shit. At the end of the day, more so than Terrence Crawford being old, and he know damn well not to put you in there with him and donate no belt to the Terrence Crawford Foundation, bro. You think he a fool? He probably spent some of Terrence Crawford career trying to get him beat. Who knows? You know what I mean? But it ain't never happened. So you think he gonna do it with you? Nah, bro. Nah. You see how many fights he had with Crawford to get him beat? It never happened. Nah, bro. He gonna know full well to just go ahead and leave Bud alone. That's not somebody. Nobody on his roster is gonna beat him. Nobody. None of them. He doesn't have any more. Go ask Bo Mac. He told it for what it was. He used to be good. Bo Mac went off on him too. Bo Mac like Teal's trash, man. Teal's trash. They don't like no Teal. Teal's trash. Salute to my baby girl. Teal is trash. They don't like him. But look, shout out to him. I still can always give a fighter their credit. But like I said, I want to see Teofimo build off his Josh Taylor win. It ain't over. You get what I'm saying? He over celebrating and picking subpar opposition. Like, you can't be doing that. We don't want to see you selecting dudes with 7 fights, calling out undefeated, undisputed 2-division champions. Like, 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed champion. Like, we don't want to see you doing that, calling those type of dudes out. And then on top of that, furthermore, Crawford is looking to make specific fights in his career. Y'all also been on record saying that. Oh, he want money. He want the Canelo fight. He want this. Y'all don't bring that to him. Let me play this clip, because you said in that clip, about how you made, that's why they only pay you $1 million. So you had another clip talking about your money. But again, what is to entice or influence or encourage Bud Crawford to get in the ring with Teofimo outside of him being disrespectful? And I know that, but he's been being disrespectful to the point where you will want to punch him in his face when you see him, rather than even want to fight him. That's how you know he don't want it. It's a way you go about shit, man. I ain't saying you got to kiss ass, but you don't got to be an asshole either, though. So listen to this again.
Less to fight him to prove that, or you wouldn't do that?
Nah, yo, bro. I've been doing that in my last fights. Yo, I have yet to even make more than $1 million in every fight.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, every fight. When I fought Lomachenko in that time and COVID, everybody was talking about how he gave me $800,000 on top of whatever. No, never did. I came back home with like $460,000 after everything. Fighting the #1 pound for pound over Crawford and Canelo. And then when it came to Josh Taylor, I came home with probably like $800,000.
And I play that for a reason, because he's always talking about money. And I'm being a little confused, because it's like you send out a mixed signal. On one end, you want us to think that you don't care about money, but we heard you on several different occasions complaining about Top Rank, how much they pay you, how much other people get paid. You speaking about other fighters making 10 figures. And, your father has been on record saying Terrence Crawford can't sell. He's boring, this and that. But y'all chasing a boring fighter that can't sell. You haven't got paid more than $1 million for any of your fights. That's what you saying out your own mouth. So I'm trying to understand what and y'all also know that Terrence Crawford is looking for big opportunities, big money fights. And you don't bring that. So again, why should he want to fight you? Why should he want to fight you? Seriously, though. Knowing you really don't want to fight him. Like, it says no for sure. Like, hell no. They ain't paying you shit. You ain't going to get paid. You say Bud Crawford don't sell. That's what your pop said. You say he boring. Why even waste your time with a boring guy that don't sell, that's arguably slowing down? You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to understand him. So it's a reason why you don't get paid the way these other fighters get paid, bro. And I don't think it has anything to do with his talent. I don't think Teofimo's, earnings has been a reflection of the talent that he is completely. I think he's kind of, I think him and his dad has missed the mark on to some degree. I really do. Like that's surprising to hear. And you said this on multiple occasions recently about making, never making more than $1 million for each fight. All my fights in. That's not a good look, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? So instead of clout chasing fights that are not even in the best interest of your career, that could mess your career up, Terrence Crawford gonna beat you up, have people looking at you crazy. Then what you do from there, wise guy? All right, mister, I want to fight Terrence Crawford. So what do you do after you fight Terrence Crawford at 54? You just fight him as a one-off and then just go back down to 140. What do you do after that? Do you campaign at 154 now? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. That some shit sound cool when you say it out loud, but when you think about it and see how foolish it really sound, facts, man. 10 million for he didn't want it, bro. Starving T, all they've been doing. I think they just not the sharpest tools in the shed, Remo. Besides Shorty, Dre, what it do? How you feeling? And I think that's what it is too, man. I think they just ain't the sharpest knives in the drawer. So. And I do hear this too, Remo. I don't have the numbers. I don't know exactly, but I do hear that he's not the biggest ticket seller either, which is why he get put in those smaller venues and stuff like that. So, but I think he's a guy that he's at the point where I think he just need the right kind of dance partner to move him along. I think that's where he at. Like, if you just fight the right fights, I think it'll come to you. I think what he's looking for will come to him. I think he'll put himself in position to make money. I think, more legacy being in store for him. But just clout chasing fights that are unrealistic because they go outside of the plans of your promotional banner, right? That's not going to get it. Calling guys out at 135 that fight at 135 that got fights lined up is not going to get it. Saying you won't fight other guys that could potentially be moving up from 135 to 140 is not going to get it. You get me? Like, you're not giving yourself the best opportunity to grow with the moves that you make in recent memory, right? So I think as a result, he's going to put himself at odds like he's been doing, and you're going to find him. He's going to find himself being inactive, and you already ain't getting paid what you could be getting paid, in my opinion, based off your talent. But if you're going to be ignorant to the game and not know how to play your cards right, now you're shooting yourself in the foot 2 times over. So you just got to be smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? We see the talent. We recognize you being one of them guys in the sport, but you got to show it and show it on a more consistent basis. And I don't think you can do that if you're spending time, like I said, clout chasing fights that your promoter is not trying to make and trying to dupe the people into thinking and believing that the only reason that you're not fighting and you're fighting the lesser guys, the Steve Claggers of the world, is because everybody is ducking you. In reality, you're getting offered things and you're not taking it. So, like I said, the clout chasing Crawford continues, man. I wonder when is enough going to be enough for him. Yeah. Excuse me. I remember he was complaining about that. The master of the Hulu 30. I saying the same thing. Man, he was complaining about the Hulu. He was pissed off. He was at that Hulu. So you have to shut up about promoters and stop making the fans mad. All the race baiting. Exactly, Cuzzo. B-sides to the B-sides. Telling you, he do. Pick his words more wisely. I think it wouldn't hurt if he was media trained. He's not. He says the wrong things. He doubles down on the wrong things. They try to ask him questions and give him an out to explain some of the stuff that he say, and he continued to shoot himself in the foot. Shoot himself in one foot, shoot himself in the other foot in the next interview. Meanwhile, continue to call out fights that are just not realistic in the plans for him. Yeah, I still ain't seen J-Lo Big Supreme. I'm about to get mad at him all over again for that, because I never knew what he meant when he said that, and I still ain't seen their ass, man. Anybody seen J-Lo since he said that? Only time I seen her was in damn Instagram post or something. I still ain't seen J-Lo ass, bro. Man. But that's where we at with Teo, man. So he gotta tighten up. Because like I said, when it's all said and done, he's a talent. He could be a bigger force in the sport if he just stop dragging his ass when it come to when it comes to taking these challenges and fighting who he's supposed to fight. We got J-Lo. I hated that, man. Yeah, nope, you still ain't seen it, right? I ain't seen J-Lo ass yet, bro. I ain't seen it one time. So that's just my thoughts on Terrence Crawford and T.O. I just don't think it's a fight we'll ever see. I don't think it's a fight he truly want. But he just wanna, it's the thing to do right now. Clout chasing, I think it's a safe bet. Because nobody's gonna really demand that he fights him. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna demand that he fight Terrence Crawford except his fans. T.O. on his pops, stalker in the making. We got J-Lo, straight bull. Yeah, J-Lo, I don't even know his ass probably. One dude J-Lo ass, she ain't been to one fight yet. I ain't seen J-Lo at none of no damn T.O. fights. Now you say J-Lo, like you gotta have her. That means she gotta pop out. Like, you know how when tank fights be coming on and they get closer to the fight, they start showing you all the fans that be popping up. Like how I get lit out there. It'd be people that probably don't even care about boxing all that much. They're just part of the event, but it'd be all types of celebs and shit that, like, we need to see J-Lo at least, bro. We ain't asking for you to roll out, all the stars like Tank do, but we at least want to see J-Lo, T.O. I ain't seen J-Lo yet. Y'all seen J-Lo in that Hulu theater? I ain't seen her ass. I ain't seen her when he was fighting Claggett neither. I still don't know what he meant by that, man. I might DM him and ask him. I'm serious. I gotta get to the bottom of this. I know it might sound silly, but I really want to know what he meant by that. I still don't get it. What do he mean we got J-Lo? I'm gonna say I ain't seen her at a fight yet, T.O. I don't know what that means, but whatever, man. Whatever. I'm gonna let him make it. I'm gonna let him make it, man. I'm gonna let him make it, y'all. Pardon me, y'all. I gotta unplug my mic for a second. Said we got J-Lo, like, bro. And he was saying all that other stuff. We got Pepsi. We got We got Pepsi. We got not Pepsi. Coca-Cola. He was saying all this stuff. The endorsements. He was talking about his endorsements and all that different stuff. And he was asking where are these guys' endorsements at, like where are they deals and all that. Now he back talking about people money and how much money other guys is making and how much money he's not making no more. It's ridiculous if you ask me, bro. It's pretty ridiculous, bro. Pretty ridiculous, man. But like, but we got Disney. We got Bud Light. We got Disney. We got Walt Disney. Who else bring Disney? Yeah. And we like, bro, what do you mean, bro? We don't get what he's talking about. Rider season is just about over. Riyadh season is just about over. Predicted by the end of February. It might be sooner. Is it? Wasn't J-Lo riding with it? You know it. You know it, Legacy. You know it. She was. She sure was. She sure was, big dog. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. We're going to cook for a little bit more. Probably another 20 minutes. We ain't done just yet. UPS drivers making 100K. Till need to apply. Yeah, out here playing. He bad, especially in this full time. You know what I mean? She was going to walk out. So I'm just Jenny from the block. Yo, she walk out to that. Yo, he getting canceled. Jenny from the block. Better not pop her head out after all this time talking about you just Jenny from the block. And he go out there and get starts. That's it. He bring, tell him he want J-Lo. He got to get that Crawford fight. She might come out for that one. She ain't coming out for no Steve Claggett, T.O. I don't know J-Lo personally, but I'm probably more than sure that she ain't trying to come out to watch you fight Steve Claggett. Now, you got one of them fights that you actually claim you want. Maybe she might be interested, bro, but she ain't coming to watch you fight Steve Claggett, dude. Not happening, bro. It's not happening. Said Teal name dropping J-Lo is not a good look right now. He better not say it no more. It ain't a good look. He can't even get her out of the fight. He gotta chill. Teal need his garbage job back. Yeah, man. He might need to go get some employment. He moving like an unemployed fighter. Moving like he a free agent and nobody deal with him, but he signed. That's how he act, cause he acts as if the things he say is gold, like his power and what he say and his call outs, like they're just empty call outs. Like I said, They got a plan for him, and it damn sure don't include no fights at 54 right now. I seriously doubt
And we
that.
ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Naeem the Dream, my guy. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. Right? She ain't coming for no clagger. You know what I'm saying? Damn, she ain't. J-Lo gonna miss that one, bro. She ain't getting out of bed for that one. She ain't coming to perform Jenny from the block with no Steve Claggett in the mix, bro. She ain't doing it, bro. She ain't doing it. She ain't gonna do it. She just ain't gonna do it, kid. Let's keep rolling, man. Did I upload this picture? No. Oh, I forgot. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get this picture up, man. Cause y'all know ever since ever since Tank announced his fight, they've been going a little crazy with the criticism. Been super loud, man. There's a lot of pissed off people that probably gonna be hate watching the fight from the sidelines. They gonna be hate watching, y'all. Give me a second. Is this it? Man, damn it, man. Give me a sec. Give me a quick second. He said, well, he said, what Mitch say? I'm broke, baby. So I can smell a ninja, but money.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my guy, Naeem the Dream. The only dream that matters, as my boy always say. My bad, y'all. I had to get this picture up here. As we gonna keep building this. So like I said, man, Coach just putting a bow on it. Teofimo, I salute him as a fighter, his accomplishments, but he got to move on past that Bud Crawford thing. I think it's a hoop dream. I think it's a bad clout chase. It don't look good because I think, outside of a small population of fans that he got, and I'm not saying he ain't got no fans, but I'm just saying that's not enough. Like, not enough people really believe that that's a fight you really want, especially with you struggling with guys that are on a way lower level than a Bud Crawford, respectfully. You can't have shootouts. I'm not saying so much shootouts like you struggle, but you can't have shootouts with Steve Claggett of the world and expect people to believe that you're gonna want to challenge Terrence Crawford. You can't be questioning yourself at the Sandor Martin and saying Jermaine Ortiz ran and but I want Crawford. You can't be saying no to the guys that you're saying no to, but you know what, y'all want Crawford. You can't be signed to Bob Arum knowing that's not in your plans, knowing he don't gamble, but he'll take chances, knowing that's too much of a gamble, and he ain't foolish like that. So you can't be calling out Terrence Crawford being signed to Bob Arum, knowing that Terrence Crawford's the guy that sued him, knowing they probably ended on bad terms, like he probably ain't even trying to go down that road, knowing he's not donating to the Terrence Crawford Foundation. It's just so much. I could just keep going. Chill on it. Fight them dudes at 40. Prove your mettle there. You beat Josh Taylor. You beat some other guys there, but that's the best win you got there, obviously. Build off the Claggett win. Go chase somebody else of substance that makes sense and go get yours. It's simple, bro. But sit on the side and just, using the people to, facilitate fake moves for you, using content creators. No slight to them, but I don't see how people can be so gullible. And I promise, this is my promise to everybody that's still in here listening. Ain't no fighter gonna have me in their pocket, bro. That's out. That's out, man. Just do ain't for no sale. I don't even know if you dudes getting paid for the kind of I don't even know what they call it at this point. I don't like that glazing word, man. That's some young kid stuff, but whatever. That's what they call it nowadays. But I don't like the enabling. I'll call it that. I don't like the enabling of ignorance, the enabling of bad moves in boxing. If you really a supporter of T.O., and I'll end it with this. If you really rock with him, then when he say monkeys and refer to fighters as that, even if you know or feel like that's not where he was going, you still pull him to the side, especially if you got access to him like that, and tell him like that's going to always be wrong, no matter how you meant it, no matter how you dress it up. You just can't refer to people as that. It just ain't going to work. Like if you really rock with him, and then on top of that, if you really rock with him, you're not telling him to keep chasing a guy that he really don't want to fight and that his promoter is not going to make anyway. You tell him to chase other guys at 140 because it's a lot of unfinished business there. Beating Josh Taylor don't mean you beat everybody at 140. Beating Josh Taylor don't make you the king when I seen Jack Catterall do it. It don't. It don't. You get what I'm saying? Now, you were impressive when you did it, but it don't make you the king. So that's all I want to know. If you really rock with him, you shouldn't be encouraging moves like that. You should be encouraging him to chase greatness at 140 instead of telling him that he a 2-time undisputed world champion. That's foolishness. And that's the kind of shit that got his head bigger than what it already is. You get what I'm saying? He don't have a real outlook of where he stand at on the chessboard. But all the clues are there. He's just not paying attention. Your pay don't even reflect what you think you are as a star in the sport. You're not that. With all them endorsements, what you have in J-Lo and Budweiser and Disney, Walt Disney from the dead and all that, none of that shit puts you in a position to get these 10 figures that you saying all these other guys is getting, and it's still got you on the sideline talking about people money. So if you really support that man, encourage him to stop chasing Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is not your golden ticket. It's not. In fact, that's going to get you beat up for real, for real. Real ones know that. I'm sorry. Anything can happen in a fight. I'll always say that. Anything can happen. But I'll go off of what I've seen. Nothing in the body of work of Teofimo Lopez tells me he beats a guy with the skill level and skill set of Terrence Crawford at all. I think Terrence Crawford gives him fits and ultimately is a bad fight for him, and he'll get his ass beat. That's what I believe. And I think his fans that believe otherwise are just being hopeful that Terrence Crawford will get old and they'll magically make that fight and Teofimo will look like he did in one of his other fights. That won't happen. That won't be the case, and you won't see them in the ring for reasons that I mentioned. And trust and believe, as long as he signed to Bob Arum, he ain't just facilitating no damn fight with Terrence Crawford, who could arguably be on bad terms with him. You just don't know, right? Get that all the way up out of here. We don't believe you, but I still support you. I don't support the monkey business, the monkey talk. I want to see you fight, but at the end of the day, I can't really rock with you the same way. Like I said, every time I turn around, you double down. You continue to be ignorant. So moral to the story, I ain't checking for him. I don't hate him. I think he misguided. I think if he had better OGs and better a mentor or something like that, I think he'd speak a different way. I think if he was media trained and, not just speaking emotionally and always sounding like a victim, he'll do a lot better in the public. Like not too long ago, this dude was loved by the media. It was impressed and enamored with the knockouts and the snappy power that he had at 35, smoking guys, throwing backflips, throwing what's the Fortnite dances and flipping and wearing the jersey. They was loving you doing the Heisman pose. They was loving you. Get back to that. I believe there's an avenue to travel to get back to that, but it's not going to happen if you just primarily clout chasing people that we're not gonna see you fight. So that's it. That's all. Shout out to Teal, but he got to do better. This kind of got Teal away from that movie comment, but he admitted that he was trying to be racist. Yeah, you heard him say it here, right? That was racist as hell. Yeah, it was, but buddy boy. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep rolling, man. We're in the last 15 minutes or so, man. We're gonna keep building for a second. So look, y'all know every conversation over here is just about boxing, just to build it up, not tear it down. I had showed y'all a chart with this where they had listed all this stuff about Devin Haney. You know what I mean? Put a lot of time into that. Somebody did. Well, here go Tank Davis. He got one too. He's not exempt from catching strays or getting slighted. I didn't put the person's name in here because I don't be wanting people naming much. You know what I'm saying? But they had a quote as well, like a caption, and it was basically saying, this is a cherry pick. This Lamont Roach and Tank Davis is a classic cherry pick. His fans are happy with it because they get to see him not get an easy win, knock somebody out. I mean, look, I don't think Frank Martin was easy. Shit, I don't think Ryan was easy. I think Rolly presented his levels of challenges, man. But, I mean, look, take challenges, legacy fights, move up to 140, fight Devin Haney, fight Shakur Stevenson, fight Teofimo Lopez, take a real belt from somebody. I mean, I just think that's somebody that's looking at – it's the same thing I said with Devin, right? Even though it's funny, you see how somebody go at these fighters. He took a belt from somebody, even if it ain't somebody that you respect. Pedraza's gonna always have my respect. When you say fight Teofimo, I think Teofimo showed you the way he moving and who he, who he with tells you he's not in a position to fight no Tank Davis right now. Shakur Stevenson, I think that is still within the arm's length of happening. Realistically, it's just not gonna happen on people's timeline. Fight Devin Haney is not realistic. You've seen the situation he came off. Like, who in the hell? And that's why I mean, fans are not good for these fighters. If you're telling me that you think the next logical fight for Devin Haney after Ryan Garcia is Tank Davis, then you are only a fan. You can only be a fan because that's not realistic. My favorite fighter came off a fight like that. I definitely wouldn't say, now, yeah, would you want it if you can get it? Hell yeah. Would you respect it? Hell yeah. But we talking about for his career. Do you really telling me? So you really telling me that this man about to go fight Tank Davis after getting punched around the ring by Ryan Garcia, bro? Seriously? Seriously. So you see how you could just shoot this down? Look, I don't protect no fighters. I really don't care. I just think people put an extended amount of time into like trying to find ways to tear out a fighter, and you could just shoot all of this shit down. Legacy fights, I believe that's still in the makings too. You got to get to those, we know who those guys are, but you got to get there. Take chances. I think these dudes all take chances, not just Tank. I think they all do. Know what I mean? Twitter beef, cherry pick, rehydration clauses. Always the smaller dude. Name me the cherry picks. Twitter beefs, that's just part of boxing now because social media is a part of boxing. They all go back and forth on Twitter. Name me the cherry picks. Like I said, the rehydration clauses is never with somebody that fights him at his weight. It's always these dudes that want to be 2-3 weight classes bigger than him, and he ain't going for that shit because him and his team ain't stupid. That people disrespect me and my race. That's up for debate. I mean, I think every time one of these fighters say something controversial, we looking for all the fighters to hate them in uniform, and I just don't think that's a reality. You know what I'm saying? But it's a conversation there. But I'm not going that way. Only have smoke for black men. What? Pretending I'm a thug. Bad example for the. Let me take this last part off. What did it say? For the kids. I think that's BS too, because you just look at the odds that he beat and where he's at. I mean, the giveaways and stuff that he do, always giving back to the kids, that's a part of his career. So is he gonna be perfect? No, none of these fighters are. This boxing we talking about, ain't none of these dudes perfect. So he made mistakes, but I think the way he living and moving is a great example for the kids. I don't think you got to be a thug. I just think that's some of the upbringing, though. Naturally, he an angry little guy. You know what I'm saying? Only have smoke for black men is weird because he giving a black man an opportunity, and Lamont Roach could cry all day, all night. I don't care to cry about it. Giving that man an opportunity, having smoke for that's weird. Like I say, yeah, rehydration clause. So you see how easy it's kind of is. We could do this shit all day. You know what I mean? You can do this with anybody. Salute to him. It ain't the number one fight that you want, but it ain't the worst thing in the world. Tank is a small guy. That's why the rehydrations get put on. If you look at the guys that had him, look at the size differences they had over him. There's no coincidence. Context is everything. Big ass Mario Barrios, who's listed at 6 foot tall, you know what I mean, on his box rack. You got big ass Ryan Garcia, who he wasn't gonna let blow up to 160 plus, who running around here talking about he 175, 180 now. He definitely wasn't gonna let him rehydrate to no 160s, close to 170 on him. Would have been very stupid. So shoot that bullshit down. Anybody at the weight class that he actually campaigns at, that's how you would know if he really was trying to drain or have these crazy ass advantages over people. He's just trying to make sure that they don't have him over him. So, like I said, show me that he does it to somebody that fights at 135, and you might have an argument there. Other than that, that's BS. The cherry picking stuff is subjective, man. You could pick and poke at all of these dudes' resumes, and for the most part, most of the young fighters, because I mean they still building. You could say they haven't fought each other, so you'll just be chasing your tail. But excuse me, I like where he's at right now and what he's doing, man. I like the trajectory of Tank Davis, man. I like the direction it was going respectfully. I like the fact that he was going towards Loma. I hate the fact that Loma said no, right? I hate all of that shit. So We just gonna see. Jay was good with Devin Haney available. Shit, he ain't available for that. Devin Haney, he got some issues on his hand, Jay. Seems like he has some issue with his value and getting paid the money that he want. For real. You know what I mean? Nah, but send it to me, send it to me, bro. Send it to me. I'll play it for sure though. Shout out to the Resistance Creole, my guy, man. Yeah, I keep driving that like button. We closing in. We in the ninth inning. We in the ninth inning, you know. But nah, I did need that because I did want to play that. Ryan agreed to fight Devin again. Yeah, I heard him say something about that. I just think right now, I think it's BS for right now because it's so early, right? And they going back and forth. They saying, yeah, fight, no fight, yeah, no fight, yeah, fight, no fight. Like, it's just back and forth. And I don't know if I can really see them dudes in the ring with each other after knocking each other, you know, suing, you know, one getting sued and then getting knocked around. But hopefully I'll be wrong. Maybe a rematch is in the cards. And we'll see, though. I'll be here for it if it is. Theme music. Shout out to my
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to the baby girl. DGO was good, bro. He said, man, just do you still make excuses for PVC hype job? Who PVC hype job? Oh, yeah. You on your own with that. I don't know about the excuses, but I think you having your own conversation, bro. We have real conversation, not that chase your tail conversation. You want to be mad at Tank every day? That's on you, but that's a dead end conversation. For me, I just keep pointing out how ignorant fans are. If you're going to call a world champion a cherry pick, man, it just shows the level of knowledge that boxing fans deal with on a day-to-day. Like, there's no other way to slice it. Like, I'm tired of hearing about him being pulled up when he going to be the bigger man and fought at the higher weight class more. Throw that shit out the window. You talking about a guy with 27 fights that got more pro experience than a lot of these other potential fighters. Even, you know what I mean? More fights than a lot of these other guys that we even would have been asking them to fight. We know the whole story to run down with the availability of these guys. Yeah, there's an argument, or there's not even an argument, a discussion that it could have been a missed opportunity for a bigger fight. But I think not really, because as long as they can keep their man active and those same fights are still on the table, they ain't going nowhere. They must not know. You're right. You get me. Devin don't want. Yeah, he don't know that. It'd be surprising how I go to bat for my guy, but I just think he get an unfair shake, bro. I really do think the dude is talented. He's taking chances. Like I said, rehydration is garbage. Y'all can't keep complaining. Technique was good with it, bro. You can't keep whining about the same fight without putting it into its proper context. Who said no? That's the problem that y'all are having. So again, you can't be mad at the guy that was chasing a better guy and then basically finding a fill-in to stay busy for the rest of the year. Y'all not using y'all brains. Y'all just being emotional and mad, being angry for nothing. You get what I'm saying? Be real. Don't even waste your time. It's a waste of time to be mad at it. You don't have to justify the fight, clear the fight up. It's not the number one option. It's very easy to make peace with it. And I'm not calling him stay busy, but under these circumstances, that's what it's a matter of doing. Stay busy while doing something that makes sense, reaching back to another black fighter that they say he don't fight. Miss me with the pulling him up shit. Tank little as hell, came from 126. I don't want to hear it. My daughter taller than him. Lamont Roach going to be the bigger man on fight night. It's a matter of if y'all think Lamont Roach skillfully can match up to him. What I got up on this screen is them fighting way back in the Junior Olympics. And I felt like it was good for content just to play it with y'all, just so people could see it. They got some familiarity with each other. They've been in the ring. It won't be like, you know, I know they changed and got, you know, much better since then. But at the end of the day, they've seen each other more than one occasion in the ring. No matter how long ago it was, you see how people disregard it. And, you know, Ryan and Devin fight and say, oh, they was kids. That was so long ago. And then you see them fight and it play out. It didn't look like they were new to each other, right? So maybe you get the same thing with Tank and Roach. Maybe it's not all one-sided for Tank. You know what I mean? He do leave opportunities for people to get things off and be successful. So, like I said, at the bare minimum, maybe you feel like it's a predetermined outcome, but how he gonna get to that outcome is where the action is, right? I mean, how Lamont Roach gonna show out that night, you just never know. What he gonna show, you never know. But Just got to let the fight happen and understand that the guy is doing his best to stay busy at this point and try to give people something while giving dude an opportunity. You get what I'm saying? And real quick, I think Calvin Ford spoke on this briefly, real quick. Let me see. Did he reveal why this fight is happening? Let me see real quick, y'all.
Davis just been released to the public. We know now, December 14th, Houston, Texas. He's going to be facing a very tough opponent. And
Zach B, what's good, bro?
Can you tell us a little bit about the history between them two?
Man, they've been knowing each other from the amateurs, silver bloods, everything. They grew up actually together, you know. Roach and him, back and forth battles and whatnot. It's going to be a pretty interesting fight, you know what I'm saying? Because Roach always, he come to fight. And I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about, oh, why Roach? Because he signed and took the fight, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for the community.
Javante.
That was brief word from my other coach. I mean, look, I just can't cry every day over the same thing. We're going to see it. You got a choice. Pay for it and watch it. Hate watch it. Fire stick it and hate watch it like you do. Or support boxing and just move on. You know what I mean? I understand that there's more fighters on the card. If you're a fan of the Charlos, they're supposed to both be on the card, right? There you go. You got other people to support. So, you know. And like hopefully people will see it necessary to support Tank. All this selective outrage and trying to pick moments and opportunities when to support something. It's just weird. I ain't into that. Support all these dudes. Like I supported any of these dudes that's fighting on pay-per-view. I've been putting money up to make sure I watch and been calling these fights with y'all. So it's not gonna be nothing different here. Like I said, man, we're gonna see how this all play out when it happens. Jamel's on the Tank undercard with Jesus Ramos and J-Rock. Did you hear anything, Just Do? Oh, yeah, my bad. Well, I got y'all real quick. Anybody that any question about the undercard? Like I said, Jamal Charlo supposed to be fighting Thomas Lamana. Jamel supposed to be fighting J-Rock. Alberto Puyo, Sandor Martin. Carlos Adames against this guy that I don't know. Brandon Figueroa to be announced. And you got Eric Rosa fighting. So you got both of the Charlos making their returns, but what you talking about, Will, is probably this. With Andre being in the running to fight Maul and Jesus Ramos being in the running to fight Mel. And like bro say, waiting on PVC to announce it. So there's some good fights for them in the future. They got some get back fights with some potential much better fights on the end. It's all about being patient, being realistic, and understanding the sport. When you get faced with a situation where a guy says no to you, and you got the other top guys tied up, you have to go with the next best thing, especially if you want to remain active. Yeah, you're going to have to take some of the criticism, but you got to do what you got to do to stay active. Nobody career stays on pause for anybody, and that's what they're doing with Tank. They're making sure they keep him active. And like I said, people just want it all their way. On one end, they complain about PBC fighters not staying active enough. You got people saying Tank don't fight enough, when that's complete nonsense if you're paying attention to when he actually fights. But here's another opportunity to do what? Give us another show. People see it all one way. They making it seem like because they already know who they feel like gonna win, he just singled out some easy ass win. And he like, yeah, it's just a cherry pick. He just picking somebody just, he know he can beat and look good against. I just don't think it was that simple. And I think the only way you can make yourself believe that if you choose to ignore that Lomachenko was the sole focus. If you ignore that, then you can push other BS. You get what I'm saying? But we're going to get to, let me play this little video for y'all. 619 Cali was good with it. Jack B was good with it. Oh, yeah, he can't get screwing. There, yeah, you don't even know him. That's why I say hating him is weird, bro. Okay, you got to just build the sport up. That's what I'm going to do over here. I try to be consistent. If they give us something terrible, and like I said, with no explanation, no context at all, just giving us shit that's not worth money, then yeah, I'll be mad right with y'all, but I don't think that's the case in this particular situation. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You don't love it. If you could trash it every day, you don't love it, man. You can't. It's taking them out. Behind the Hands TV, my guy, what's good, bro? Acting Tank is good film person. Yep, comes with trouble. Facts. And them being in the know, they know better too. Behind the Hands, you get me? They're gonna keep that guy keep him busy. But let's just see this if y'all never seen this, man. Let's see if it got bad for him right there. Man, I think, you know, just gotta let, it's one of them fights you just gotta let happen and see how it look, man. You know, see what it's hitting for. You know, I think it's a good fight. He needs to fight better people. The better people gotta be available too. You know, all that shit gotta make sense.
I don't take forever too.
They speed it up. They all gotta fight the best, you know? Not just him, they all do. Right, Cal. Yeah, Brandon Figueroa. I didn't see Cool Boy on that list, on that note that I had, but Brandon Figueroa for sure. His opponent did TBA. Cool Boy, I'm not for sure. I'll double check and ask about it. Appreciate you though. I'm pretty sure you probably just telling me something. Somebody gonna end up telling me later. Rematch. Oh, you think? Oh, okay. See there right now they saying TBA. I did see Cool Boy in an interview say he wanted that rematch at 26 or whatever the case. So it could be, you know what I mean? Could be. Cry me. You know it, Cal. You know it. We ain't hearing none of it. I'm gonna be consistent. I'm just building boxing over here. I ain't complaining about it. I'm past it. You can't control it. Why be mad about it all day? You know? Always been strong, bro. It's pretty well regardless. Scrapping, don't they? These little dudes. Always was a little ass dude. He'll tank nice. You see him with that little counter. He just fight with me. He just fight with bad intentions. I know they got much more refined and better, but he don't completely change his fighters or anything. Like Lamont Roach just did a move that I always see him do right now as an active fighter. Right now, this little pivot he just did with his feet. He moved like that right now. I swear he fights just like this right now. Just obviously more polished, better, but. Skip it. I would hope not, bro. I would hope not. Oh, my bad, Miss Empire. Tank one. My bad, bro. It's a cool little scrap, man, for some youngins, man. It blows my mind, Lisa. I would never understand it. I don't get it. That's why I try to get rid of the headache when y'all come over here, you know? Now, instead of somebody just constantly complaining, somebody that really enjoy it. It is what it is. That's where I'm at with it, all that. I get it. Some of that stuff get people views, so they'll complain. Just to stir up a conversation. Yeah, he still got similar footwork, stuff just more polished, man. You still see, you can tell who is who. Notice probably nobody in the chat, at least I ain't seen nobody type asking who's Lamont Roach and who's Tank. Like, I don't know if y'all just looking at skin tones or how they fight. They literally do this stuff now, just at a higher level, way more polished. You get what I'm saying? All I'm saying is you get better, but you don't just transform into a totally different fighter. You get what I'm saying? Some of that same stuff you can still do. Right, that was the end of it.
$25 though?
There you go. Tank got that dub, y'all. He got that dub, man. So overall, man, keep complaining. Ain't nothing I could do. I think if I really enjoy the boxing and I that's what I want to use my voice for, to show y'all that. Expect to hear that when I speak about these fights. Very rarely will you catch me complaining. I'm not cool with everything, but I understand and context matters. So I know it's certain things that happen in this particular situation that's out of their control, which then leads to them having to do what's necessary to make sure their man stays active, get another payday and another fight in. People don't get that. That's what their job is. That's what they're doing. I ain't mad at it. I ain't tripping on it. So that's what we're going to see, man. So that's my time. That's all I got for today, man. Devin Haney, bounce back, man. Bounce back, Lynn Paro, and he's confident that he's going to beat Hitchens. Let's see it, man. I think Hitchens got a really good chance at beating this guy. I mean, the Tank Davis undercard looking solid, looking good. Houston, put it in Houston with two Houston guys and the Charlo brothers with potential bigger bounce back fights for them in the back end. So it's looking good, man. Boxing had a very interesting start, you know, the 2024, but I think 25 could be better, man. I do think the next year could be better. I mean, hopefully we get more fights, more of these cards, and more of these top fighters that we like to see in the sport. Busy, man, more active. Appreciate you, Will. Shout out to everybody again in the raffle. Do we appreciate y'all? I will play it one more time before we get out of here, man. Much love and appreciation to everybody.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise-canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
Shout out to everybody that joined the raffle. This is the last week of it. We will be picking and selecting some winners. Good luck to y'all. We appreciate it. If y'all tired of burning water, go ahead and pay that $10 and get that Ninja brand air fryer. Tired of burning that water, them TV dinners and hot pockets, that good old air fryer. You can't miss with that. Need some good, headphones to rock out to some beats while you work out. You know what I mean? Get working on y'all summer bodies. Go ahead and get you them Kenichi Bear headphones. If you just want to get an 10th generation iPad so you could be in the loop with the peoples, you got to go ahead and be in it to win it. But shout out to everybody. We appreciate all the support. And we just going to keep building, man. Another dope build for the books. LaMarcus, my guy, William Old School. Peace to the Queens. Aisha, Mike Kirkland, my guy, being Boxing News. William Old School, Arena. Shout out to y'all, man. Much love, man. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of this good Monday. And we back tomorrow to do it all over again. Build on this good boxing and give it its just due. So with that, man, we're going to get up out of here, family. Much love to y'all, man. I'll see all y'all tomorrow. Peace to the family.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do Boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Just Do Boxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Just Do Boxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely